Do you have any moves?
I got the moves.
I have some moves.
I'm out of moves.
I'm making moves.
You ain't got nothing better to do.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
You just gave me an idea for a show.
It's the No Moves podcast.
Hey, what's going on? It's the No Moves podcast, episode 9. It's your boy Drew in the building, and I got my wonderful host with me. Introduce yourselves.
Yo, it's Kylen in the building, son.
Yo.
Somebody talk to me one time, just once. You know, just whisper in my ear, say, "Hey, how you doing?" Ask me if I'm having a nice day, and we can get started.
Alright, fuck all that.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta cut me off like that?
Oh, man.
Why you gotta disrespect me like that right out the gate?
It's your man Meech, you know what I'm saying? We in the building. You know what it is.
You already know all that bullshit.
Y'all got no moves, we got no moves. Let's get to it, man.
Exactly, man. It's just, damn, bro. It's episode 9, though. Yo, we coming up. We coming up, man.
Coming up on the smooth episode 10.
Exactly, man.
That's gonna be the episode where we give out free Xboxes.
Exactly, man. Yeah, you get Xbox. You get Xbox.
Facts. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's check under your seats for an Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, man. We might get you a Switch, too. Come on.
Facts.
Exactly.
You might get a Wii U.
No.
Oh no. That's been discontinued.
You want people to stop listening? he said if you don't take this Wii U, you gotta go. You gotta go. So.
Man, it's the Wii U died and was a failure on Nintendo. Shoot, they know that.
Yeah,
Shoot, people
I thought they were still pushing that.
Nah, see, here, this what happened to Wii U. All right, parents was like, "Hey, Wii, I got Wii U. What's the difference?
You know
How you going now?"
Don't the Wii U got that goddamn touchpad?
Yeah, it got the whole tablet thing. Yeah, but like for marketing, it would have been better to call it Wii 2 instead of Wii U because no one knows what the U mean.
Wii U. They should have called it Wii 2, shouldn't they? Because it was.
Yeah.
It honestly was a Wii 2. I thought it was the U. I thought it was just for like a scale or something like that you can stand on and weigh yourself before you do your exercise. I said that's bullshit. I said, what
Man, yeah.
I've said the Wii U, that was a forgettable moment in Nintendo history, but we got to give them credit. They came back. They came back strong.
With
they went
what?
back with the Switch.
With the Switch?
Did this?
Yeah.
I don't know why niggas like the Switch, bro. The Switch is for. It looks like it's for children. It looks like it should only be
No. Don't disrespect the Switch like that. Don't disrespect it.
Listen, the thing about the Switch that I think appeals to, a large majority of the gaming population is the fact that it's mobile and like. See. I think that's a big. That's like the. Who
the fuck is playing mobile games? It's not on.
I'm saying mobile. Not
okay.
as far as mobile, not like a cell phone game. I'm talking about you can take it with you on the go.
Oh. Let me tell you what the Switch is. The Switch is the modern day PSP. That's what the Switch is.
Pretty much.
And who the fuck like that? I had two PSPs.
Nigga, you had a PSP.
Exactly. Yeah, you had a PSP. The PSP was just ahead of its time.
Kids all right. Have phones. I don't see how
exposed.
Let's everybody calm down. Let's everybody
get him out of here.
Let's everybody take a breath.
Oh man!
Listen, I had the PSP, but guess what? It was before I had a smartphone. I put music on my PSP. I use the internet on my PSP.
Okay.
These kids don't need a PSP.
Movies.
And they don't need a Switch to carry around in their backpacks.
Listen, son, come on.
Why not?
If it can't fit in my pocket.
There's a difference between playing Temple Run and Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Yeah, we're playing Smash Brothers, okay?
Come on, son.
How big is
exactly.
it? Is it the size of a PSP? No, it's bigger, isn't it?
It's bigger.
It's trash.
Man.
Whatever, man.
It's wonderful.
I guarantee if somebody pulled out their goddamn Switch
to
in the lunchroom.
To all the listeners out there, by the end of this year, Kylen's going to be like, yo, we got to get the Switch, son.
Yo, shut up. Listen, if you pulled out your Switch in the lunchroom, in the cafeteria of your school,
that's what this is doing.
You're gonna get a milk thrown in your face.
No, son. Everybody's doing it. A lot of people are doing it.
Exactly.
You got grown men doing that.
Nigga, I took my PSP to school. I took my PSP to school, but I hit that shit. I don't got time for niggas looking at me like, oh, why you playing Naruto in class? Like, don't worry about me. Don't worry about
man.
The Switch was a good moment. Let's see if Nintendo can continue their trajectory. Which brings us to a conversation about E3.
Exactly, bro.
How long ago was E3? A week?
Oh, E3 was like, that was like 2 weeks ago? A week ago? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, something like that, man.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So for those, so for E3, I believe Microsoft did a presentation, Nintendo did a presentation. Sony was absent, correct?
Yes, they were. They were absent.
So damn, that's the only ones I wanted to see from, because I wanted to see when The Last of Us 2 was really supposed to come out.
And, you know, a lot of people were hyped for that. Right. So, but all we had was Microsoft, and I don't know if you guys are in tune with the ongoing Microsoft joke is, but the ongoing Microsoft joke is that they have no games to play because they have no exclusives, and the only thing that they come out with is controllers. They've made like 6 different Elite controllers. All right,
I would agree with that statement.
They're just like, we got our new grease-proof controller, $120.
I'm asleep on Microsoft. What do they even have? I mean, oh wait, Microsoft makes Xbox.
Yeah.
And they, hold on. Okay, I'm good at these things I'm bad at. Okay, I have never owned an Xbox. Okay, and Microsoft to me sounds like shit because I own Apple and PS4. Now, didn't they come out with that Halo trailer?
Yeah, they come out with Halo trailer.
Halo Infinite, yes. They had a what was it, like 20 seconds or something dumb like that.
Even though I didn't play Halo like that, it looked pretty good.
I mean, they didn't show his gameplay though. It was just like she just woke up from like was he like frozen or something like that, or like cryo sleep, and he was.
I thought he was like floating in space or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and he just woke up. He was like, "All right, let's go." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, but they said the Halo was broken.
Man,
the Halo has been smashed. That's going to add a new gravity element.
Honestly, I lost track of all the Halos that came out. I mean, early on, I was big into the Halo games. After it was either 3 or 4 was supposed to be the last entry, and then
3 was supposed to be the last one.
Okay, it was
3 is supposed to be the last one.
After 3, I like pretty. Yeah. I stopped following it as much because I'm like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
I had to come out with Halo Reach.
And that's.
And then they're like, oh fuck, we coming back since y'all niggas keep buying games. We gonna do Halo 4. 5.
I think there's like a stat. So the newest one is Infinite, but I think there's a stat where any series after 3 just kind of dies off. So they showed that I think Gears of War 5. Yeah,
they did show that.
Gears of War 5. I know they had that coming out, and you know what? I think that was about it. What else did Microsoft even show that was even relevant?
Controllers. Nothing, boy.
A new controller. A controller that has a screen on. It's like, nah.
You would think that would be lit, but the touchpad element on the PS4 has been completely underused. I mean, nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when they do, you're upset. Right. It was like Detroit Become Human, where they had some of the decisions you had to make. You had to slide or press the touchpad. Niggas took that shit right off. Cut it.
Oh my! I don't know. I just feel like Microsoft had a.
Yeah, I think aside from Halo and Gears of War, I don't think Microsoft had too much to show after that.
Let's see.
What about Nintendo though? I don't remember the Nintendo showcase.
So honestly, to be honest, Microsoft, I think they lost. I think Nintendo won because they showed they announced new characters for Smash Brothers. They got Bulls from Dragon Quest and Banjo-Kazooie. So that's a plus right there. And then what else they show? And then they showed Pokemon Sword and Shield, so that's coming out too. So the Pokemon company, you know what I mean? They're coming out with new games as well. They showed 2 new Legends of Zelda games. So they remade A Link to the Past, and they also got Breath of the Wild too. So Nintendo came out with some heat. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Microsoft didn't do anything, and they had Ultimate Alliance 3, or the new Ultimate Alliance is on the Switch. Yes. In case y'all didn't know.
No, you're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Yes,
you're kidding me.
100%. The new Ultimate Alliance. Yes,
it's not going to be on PlayStation. You guys don't understand. I own both of the original Ultimate Alliances, and they were both on PlayStation, and they were both great. You're telling me that the new one's going to be on Nintendo? Are you kidding me?
Is it exclusive to Nintendo?
Yeah. Tell me it's not exclusive. You're lying.
So Small, you say you gonna buy a Switch?
You gonna I was gonna say that.
Oh, that's real funny.
That's all here right now.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's hilarious.
It's all good, Swaz.
You know what?
It's all good.
I just got real sad. I need PS4 to be on top. I need them to be the only people who get exclusives, okay? Anybody else gets exclusive, it's starting to change my game, okay? Now I'm not buying a Switch. That Avengers. Now I'm gonna have to start shitting on the Avengers. That Avengers didn't look that good anyway. Iron Man looked homeless. Everybody looked real like everybody looked like they came out of a Sims universe.
Exactly. I was like, what'd you guys say, Meech?
I was gonna say Swaz. It's all right. Black Friday next year. We go both against Switch.
And you know the crazy thing is,
What?
so like, did you play the Spider-Man game they had on PS4?
Of course.
Yeah. So that was produced by the same company that made this new Avengers game. So I expected more.
Like a PS4 universe.
Like I expected more from it, but from what I saw, I don't know, bro. That should look like Skylanders Part 2. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
I mean, the graphics, the graphics technology between the PlayStation, and the Switch is different. So I don't think when this game comes out on the Switch, it's gonna look. It's probably not gonna be great in terms of quality as it could have been.
Nah. So these are two different games.
And they're different universes too. Are you sure? People have been speculating that they're the same universe because in the Spider-Man game, Spider-Man tries to call the Avengers because he's in over his head, and he can't because they're on the West Coast. And in this game, they're on the West Coast.
I don't know. That's interesting. No, I think they said you'll be able to play as what's Bull's name? Miles Morales. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Cut that out.
What?
Come on, son. That's a black Spider-Man. You can't dismiss him like that.
Yo, give me Captain Falcon.
Yeah. No. Miles Morales.
You be Captain America.
Give me Black Captain America Falcon.
Yeah. Miles Morales. Oh, if he in the game, that's a W in my opinion.
You think that's a win?
Yeah. I mean, that don't mean the game gonna be good.
Instead of Peter Parker.
Yes, I
do it, man. Black Spider-Man, yeah, put him in there.
You know what? I like that.
And yes, me and Drew are biased.
I like this
that's right.
because I assume that because it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance, because it's a team game, I finally will get another game that I'll be able to play split screen. They don't make enough of those these days.
They really don't.
They really don't. That's how gaming is transformed.
A quick aside, when we get back, it's not gonna take that long. But I just remember, like, you know, when we were playing in our heyday, so to speak, because we got shit to do, so we can't really play games as much as we used to. But when we played games like Halo and Call of Duty, I mean, yeah, we played online and stuff like that, but we could actually go to each other's house and like interact, like
right,
on the same console. And the split screen campaigns, like
this is right.
Absolutely.
Now,
bring over your controller.
These niggas can't do that with Fortnite. Like,
it's so sad.
Exactly.
Well, first of all, this nigga Meech is just gonna start going in on Fortnite again. Here we go again. He said, "And my brother is trash." And he stole my fans' money.
Yeah.
All right, but that's all I wanted to say. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started, okay?
He said, "Let me slander this man out the universe."
What episode was that he was saying all that? Was that episode 7?
That's 7. The first 7.
My goodness.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
I thought y'all brought it up again the last episode.
This man, he doesn't miss a chance to talk about how shitty Fortnite is. And I agree with him, but I'm just not as passionate.
Don't get me started, son. Don't get me started. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What were you saying? What were we talking about?
We're talking about the Avengers and Miles Morales and how he should be in the Avengers.
No, fuck out of here. He needs to be the Avengers, son.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's stop.
It's a black Spider-Man, okay?
The thing about Miles Morales is what they did in that movie is they distinguished him so much from Peter Parker's character that it made a better movie. If you just start like interchanging them, then that doesn't make sense for the character.
Well, yeah, you know what? Did you Did you guys see that game, Cyberpunk 2077?
No.
With a Keanu Reeves in it?
Oh, I did. Well, first of all,
yeah,
I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. That game looked like heat.
It did look like heat. I don't know. But tell me more about it, because I saw, first of all, the only thing I really saw was Keanu Reeves walk out on stage and say like a few words. He'll get up on stage. He'll be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Cyberpunk 2019." I'll be like, "Hey,
I don't. It's a very interesting game. I'm probably gonna butcher the description of it, but essentially it's like this futuristic. I think you play as like this futuristic, like bandit thief type person, and essentially in the environment, like these humans can put like chips in their brains that can serve as upgrades. Like I saw, like your hand can turn into like a drill. Like you have different guns, you have different weapons. Like the whole game looks pretty interesting overall, but I still need to watch more about it.
Is it first person or third person? Looks like first person.
I believe it's first person.
Yeah, I guess that's cool.
No, it's pretty. It looks like a pretty promising game.
It looks like it has a pretty like nice, like a cool world to it. Like it's like got a really great like atmosphere. But
it's very futuristic.
I would rather it be third.
You might be right about that, but I don't know. I think the way they have it, I think it's going to work. I really think what they got there is something special. I mean, it looks really different.
Some character designs.
I think I saw Mr. T. You saw that? You peeped that?
Yeah.
yeah. He kind of looked like Mr. T. Yeah, he kind of looked like that, or like a Rick Ross. He looked something like. Yeah. So.
Oh, it was looking serious. Everybody looked like androids or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone's like half human, half robot, and like people steal parts, upgrade their own bodies for whatever purpose or need that they want. So I mean that was cool. I think that's all really they had. Oh my god.
And that's coming out on Xbox. Can't we just release things?
I don't know if it's
consoles.
I don't know if it's exclusive to Xbox, so that might be an L. It's on PlayStation, then that's an L. So
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You make something exclusive to Xbox, you're just doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, it's no skin off my back, but if you want to do that, go ahead.
Hey, you gotta get people to get your console. You know what I mean? So I mean,
yo, any news about the new like consoles? Aren't they supposed to come out on the PlayStation 5?
Haven't they already announced the PS5?
Xbox 720?
They're not calling out the Xbox 720. They're actually not. They give it a
I think it's called Project Scarlet. Yeah, and so they got two new consoles coming out.
It sounds dumb, doesn't it? It sounds dumb.
These motherfuckers at Microsoft lied. These motherfuckers said, "Oh, this console's gonna be capable of 8K 60." I'm like, first of all, 8K TVs aren't even out like that. So how you gonna play 8K?
Listen, first of all, I think they need to come out with their own exclusive titles. Once you do that, then you can talk about all that other shit.
I don't see how. I mean, 8K, that's mad crazy. Like, I don't see how you can do that. And especially because, I mean, I have a projector, and that just says 1080p. That's all it says. Now, if you're going to come out with 8K, I'm going to be like, nah, get out of here. That's mad crazy. I don't know. What else? What else did you see at E3 that spoke to you, Andrew?
I mean, that was pretty much it. So this E3, like a lot of companies, like Activision, they weren't there. EA wasn't really there either. A lot of companies kind of pulled out of E3 this year, so it was kind of disappointing. Nothing really came out that was like, yo, like this is crazy. Like
I wasn't seeing no crazy moves.
There wasn't really anything crazy. I think like this E3, like if you had to rate it all, it'd be like a C-. It was trash.
Damn.
Yeah. It was really bad.
Maybe that's why I hadn't heard a lot about it. Because I mean, I need E3 to be like Comic-Con or like Disney D23 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They came out real slow. Last year D3 they had people like playing Spider-Man, and they had people like playing different games, and like they'd be like, oh, all these gamers would be like, oh, I played this and it was great. Oh, I played that, it was cool. I didn't see nothing like that. What games did they demo? Did you see any, Dimitri?
I'm trying to figure out.
I think they might have showed a little bit of Call of Duty. I don't remember.
I think it did show a
else?
little bit of Call of Duty. And I think about it.
Yeah.
Apart from the games you already mentioned, that's
There
I remember the scene.
There really wasn't much, to be honest. I was like, all right, Nintendo got a new Zelda game, Pokemon.
That's a cliche. I'm sorry, I gotta go in on Nintendo.
Mario and Sonic and the Olympic Games, like 2020, another one. If anyone's been buying those games, what would you say, Meech?
I said I gotta go in on Nintendo for
what?
For that formula is kind of outdated.
Exploiting Mario.
Talk about a new Zelda like A3. I mean, every single conference, to just be like, we don't got shit, so we'll put out a Zelda game. Put out a new Zelda game.
Hey man, but them games is heat though. That's the thing. Like them games is fire, and if you got people buying it, why stop?
That's a fact. Money drives so much of entertainment, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes, I mean, it's just a whole bunch of people out there with money that drives the entertainment to shitty quality sometimes. People will just keep coming out with the same sequels, reboots, whatever.
Right.
Because it makes money.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sheep out there.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people with a lot of money. Now, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a lot of bullshit too. But I have to be selective.
Right. That's a fact.
That's a whole fact.
Whatchamacallit? I mean, you know, how many times are we gonna come out with the same Zelda game?
That's my gripe. I just feel like Nintendo, in terms of like innovation and like trying to do new things, they're kind of. I think relying on the formula too hard. Like, which is every time it's time for a new rollout, we'll just put out Zelda, Mario. Now it's become Mario and Sonic, the Olympic Games.
But it's working though. It's working.
Man,
listen, I'm tired of seeing Mario and Sonic together. No, they need to stand alone.
I mean, that would be like PS4 coming out with what was that guy, the orange guy, the chupacabra looking dude,
orange guy. The Crash Bandicoot. That's like PS4 Crash Bandicoot every year. Like that's wild. Crash Bandicoot kart. Crash Bandicoot
nobody want to see Crash Bandicoot though. That's the thing though. Who wants to see him?
They push Mario and Sonic so far, but they're really characters just like Crash Bandicoot. They came out in that same. Well, Mario's a little older, isn't he?
Well, yeah, Mario's the original.
Yeah,
Mario came out first, then it was Sonic. Because Sega was Sonic was Sega's answer to Nintendo. But you remember? You guys remember that Sega made video game consoles? Did y'all remember?
Oh no, I had the Sega Genesis.
Oh, okay.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, I had the Sega Genesis, and we were lit, boy.
So Sonic was their answer to that, and when Sony was coming out with the PlayStation, they're like, we need a mascot. So they came out with Crash Bandicoot.
It's funny because as much as I hate like the way that they keep coming out with like similar stuff, I still like tradition in terms of like when they come out with a new PlayStation, I want it to be called the PS5. And when they come out with a new Xbox, the fact that they're not calling it an
720,
Xbox, but the fact that they're calling it like what do they call it, Scarlet Witch?
Project Scarlet.
Yeah.
The fact that they're coming out with
that's just a project name though, so
that's
you don't know.
Project name.
It better be.
Yeah. It's subject to change.
They better not come up with some corny shit like the Xbox 2. Like they should have just kept the tradition going with the 360 and the 720. That would have been more.
Well, they should have. Yeah, they should have done 360, and then they should have done 1080p.
This guy hates
because the 360 only had 360.
This guy hates Microsoft.
Yeah, this guy is slandering Microsoft for no reason.
Guys are trash. I don't know. I probably as long as PS4 keeps and PS5 keeps doing what they need to do, I probably won't ever own an Xbox.
Well.
Honestly, you don't need to.
They
ain't got no games.
Honestly, I agree with that statement, but at the end of the day, I think, because remember, when Sony came out with the PS3, well, I think the main reason why they fell behind was because of their pricing. I think those shits was like $600 or some shit.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Something crazy. So they were kind of feeling themselves because they're like, all right, we kicked y'all asses with the PS1. PS2 was over for y'all niggas. I mean, they drove Sega out of business. Sega had a whole year with the Dream. Y'all remember the Dreamcast?
Yeah, I remember that.
Sega had a whole year with the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast, if you look at it, it's a very underrated console. It was ahead of its time because that was the first console to try online before Xbox Live. So
I mean, came out before the PS2. PS2 had online.
PS2 had online, and so the original Halo. I'm pretty sure on the original Xbox.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sega first, then Microsoft, then PlayStation kind of hopped on it later. But regardless,
where is Sega now?
Well, that's my point. The Dreamcast had all these features that were kind of that were definitely ahead of its time. And Sony was like, yeah, that's cute, but you know what I'm saying, PlayStation can play DVDs. And then everybody was like, I'm going to just wait 1 year to get the PlayStation.
That DVD thing is so fire. It was so smart. Yeah. It was just like, bro, let's just buy a DVD player. And then you could also play games. The whole family was like, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So everybody just waited a year for the PS2 to come out, and Dreamcast was out of business, pretty much. So they were feeling themselves, and then they were like, we're going to make the PS3 $600 because we know people almighty going to fuck with our shit.
But the PS3 wasn't better than the Xbox 360.
I think it was. You don't think so?
I don't
the PS3 had Blu-ray.
I think the Xbox 360 demolished the PS3.
Xbox 360 was way better than the PS3. That's not even a debate. That is not a debate.
In terms of hardware,
yes, everything.
And so it got more games.
Like Xbox 360 clearly beat the PS3. It wasn't even a competition.
I disagree. I think the price point was what. And I'm not saying the PS3
costs like mad money too.
Right.
I'm.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying from like a financial success, like who had better profit.
Yeah,
it was Microsoft.
I agree with you. Microsoft won that round. But I'm saying in terms of like hardware and stuff like that, the PS3 was kind of.
But they did too much, and that's what hurt them. If you ask me, they tried to incorporate too much in that first iteration of the PS3, and then that caused the price to go up too high.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that.
And not only that, but because they changed the way you had the code for the PS3, that caused niggas to be confused about how to make games for them.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, the coding system on the PS3 was trash to begin with. So a lot of their earlier games, the developers didn't know how to utilize the hardware. But the Xbox, they were familiar with that. So that kind of slowed them down as well.
Right. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is, depending on the way Sony handles the rollout, is going to impact.
Facts. I mean, it could switch again because I
heard they were trying to do some crazy shit with the next console,
But I feel like the PlayStation 4 beat the Xbox One.
Oh, for sure. That's not a debate.
So the top console went
Xbox has no games. We established
exactly.
The top console went from PS2 to Xbox 360 to PS4. It could go back to Xbox.
It could. Well, all I'm saying is, I think Sony's in the driver's seat, so they have an advantage. It's just that I think it's imperative that they don't screw up the rollout, because the rollout is everything. So
I think at this point they should know exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they need for their new console to be retroactive, have retroactive gaming, so that you could put a PS4 disc in a PS5?
Yeah.
That's what they need. They might not need that. I don't know. They should do that. That's what they tried to do in the PS3, and that's what fucked them up.
Hold on. Who has time to be playing old games? All right. No one's playing old games.
I don't know about that, Andrew. I still play.
Y'all niggas remember when you had the PS2? Y'all niggas used to play your
PS1 games.
All right, man. But this is now, all right. But this is now though.
You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed.
Let me. Okay. All right.
Play old games. I should be able to take my PlayStation Network and move it from my PS4 to my PS5, so all my games move too.
Right. But follow me on this. Right. We all know that probably the most expensive time to buy a console is when it is during when the first time it's launched.
When it first comes out.
So when you buy the console right off the gate, you know, that's a lot of money. Well, that's like $300, $400. It's $300 for the console by itself. Probably $400 with a bundle, which is probably one game. So,
and a controller.
I mean, yeah, but you know, I'd be more likely to probably buy the console right out the gate.
Why?
Because even
games.
though I'll buy right.
No.
Wait, no.
Got you, dumbass.
Oh,
I didn't even hear you. What did you say?
Because I said there was no games that come with it.
I mean, that part of it, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it's just that.
If I buy it, I have something to play on it and stuff like that.
No.
Hold on. Here's where you're wrong. You don't buy any new generation technology the first batch because those are the ones that are defective.
You don't. To the dickheads.
You don't, but there are other people who do.
They're defective. You try. I mean, unless you just got excess income to buy a defective console, you gotta wait for the first batch. You gotta wait a couple months until they figure out what's wrong.
That's just you. I'm saying there's.
So you want to be a test dummy?
Not me. I'm fucking.
All right, man.
Listen, fuck y'all. I bring that shit back.
Oh man,
I want some nostalgia.
Nostalgia, bro. I don't know, bro. I like my old games, but I don't be playing my old games. Okay, I beat it. I'm done. I move on. I don't got time for old games.
Are you kidding me? So what do? You sell them? If you don't sell them, then you're a dickhead. Because if you don't play, if you don't play the old games, you don't sell the old games. What are you doing?
You just keep them for collection. Why would I sell them?
What is
GameStop gonna rip you off? They gonna rip you off? It's a collection.
That's why you have to play them. You play them.
You don't like having a collection of your games on display?
No. I'm not a librarian.
You don't like? Oh my god, you're whack. You're whack.
It's ridiculous.
It's more display.
You've never seen your collection, okay?
You have. What are you talking about? I got a collection. What are you talking about?
The floor is strewn about.
Listen, anyways, nigga, listen. You buy the standard edition of the games. You're not buying the limited edition shit. That's a collector's edition.
It's something to display.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh my god, y'all lying.
Bro, I've never seen this collection, and if it's not on a shelf or behind a glass case, then it's not obvious.
It's just something to have. You know, whatever. All right, whatever.
So you telling me that you collect the games but you don't play them?
No, what I'm saying. Okay, so this brings up a different debate. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have a physical copy of a game or a digital copy?
Physical, easy.
Physical. Why?
Because I can play it over other people's houses. Yes. Because it doesn't take up space on my console.
Exactly.
Because I don't have to wait for it to download. Because it makes me feel safer.
I don't know, but some people may argue it's less convenient to go out to the store and actually have to buy it, where you just get it on your console automatically. But my whole thing was I prefer the physical copy just because you have it to display. Like, yo, like this is my gaming collection. Okay. Don't you have a collection of books in your room? I
have books, I have games, but guess what I do from time to time?
What?
I read them. I play them. Okay. And you keep telling me about how you don't play old games. However, you keep a collection. I don't understand.
Exactly. It's just to have. It's a collection.
I don't get it.
It's a collection.
I don't get it. So
you're not supposed to actively go in your collection. It's for display.
Listen, literally. So I don't
What's
play
up?
too many games, but I just introduced my sister to The Last of Us. And we're playing. Okay. She's 13, and we're playing through it, and we're like, trying to like look at the story and stuff like that. You know how many times I played through The Last of Us? At least 4. At least 4. You know how many times I played through Spider-Man already? Twice.
Okay, but those aren't. I'm not considering those old games. I'm talking like at this point, an old game would be like 2007.
Ah, okay. I respect that. Now that's different. That's a little different.
That's the collection.
Now I gotta dust off the PS2 or PS3. And okay.
You keep it for collection.
The only reason to play, I see what you're saying. Because you wouldn't get shit for those old games, so you might as well keep them. You wouldn't get shit at the store.
Basically, honestly, I kind of regret I didn't follow y'all's lead, because what I did was after I got my new shit, I let my brother pay my old shit. My brother fucked up my old shit. I'm tight about that.
How do you fuck it up?
Fucked it up. Like either I can't find my shit, or that shit is like this is scratched up or some shit like that. So
that's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you could be losing shit like that.
This is probably the game that I probably like mastered the most was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I had all the characters. You know what I'm saying? I used to bust niggas' ass at that game. Like, I knew all the combos and shit like that. Guess what? I can't find that shit in my house.
Damn, that always sucks. Because you could always just play the game.
Play it over again.
Unless you're Andrew. You can just play the game.
What?
That sucks.
Oh, what's the slander?
It sucks he can't find the game because he could just play it again. Unless you're Andrew.
Unless you're Andrew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Whatchamacallit? I think the only reason to play old games is because you don't have new games, really. I mean, games that are that old, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the only reason I play that is because I don't have new games. Or because I want to play a game that's goddamn split screen, and the only thing I can find is Injustice 2, and it's not even really split screen, it's just a game.
Right.
I don't know. I just like collections. That's where I'm keeping my stance at.
You keep it in pristine condition?
I mean, it's whatever condition it's in. All right, it's whatever condition it's in. All right, I'm not active. I mean, I try to take care of my things in general, so it's in good condition.
Respect. Yeah,
But I mean, overall, going back to the E3, like, you got satisfied. Like, how would you rate the
my man Andrew already gave it a C-.
Yeah,
C-.
C-, bro.
I can't grade it because I didn't see it. I'll tell you right now. I would look for highlights and stuff like that, but usually E3 is in my face.
Yeah.
Here it wasn't, so I literally had to go out of my way to find like the events and stuff like that. And for me, I don't appreciate that. I need you to come with the hype. If I had to grade it, I'd give it a D.
I'll probably give it a C+.
I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C because of John Wick.
Right.
Okay. John Wick came through.
Shout out to John Wick.
You know what? And then I'm gonna move it back down to a D because my Avengers are on Switch.
Oh my. Yeah.
Move it right back down to a D.
Right,
Matter of fact, I moved it down to a F because my man Sony wasn't there, and the only console I own is a PS4. So I might as well move it to a 0.
Listen,
yeah.
all the listeners out there, listen, Smalls, I got you. Black Friday, we go get not Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We gonna get a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, because I was about
get the latest.
I'm not on that dumb Black Friday shit. I'm not gonna tackle an old lady. I was at Black Friday last year, and so they had just built a new GameStop in our area, right? But nobody knew about it. So it was like real quiet over there. And we didn't even know it was there. So we went straight to Walmart to get a PS4. And then because they were selling it for like $200, straight to Walmart. And it was packed. We couldn't find a PS4 nowhere. Niggas was carrying 3 out. And I was like, damn, they got my dumb ass. So we was leaving in defeat. And then my sister said, well, let's stop at that GameStop. I said, GameStop? No. There's no GameStop around here. She said, what's that right there? I said,
Experience Gaming.
Shit.
No, it's not. That's actually out of business.
Shit. What's out of business?
Yeah, I know.
Experience Gaming.
Is that a store?
You wasn't in the know, son. You wasn't in the know.
What? Okay, that's fine. Well, that's all to say.
Me and Drew wasn't in the know. That's why we get.
You know.
Next year, that GameStop isn't packed.
Yeah. But that definitely they did open that GameStop low key. So my brother asked me to go to GameStop, and I'm like, I don't feel like driving to Christian no more. He was like, nah, it's by the movie theater. I was like, you fucking lying.
Did they put let me ask you a question. Did they put Captain Marvel in that new Avengers game?
They
probably are. I don't remember exactly.
Did you see
it? Oh, I think they did. I think they tried to put a lot of the new cast in there. I think she might be a playable character.
I thought it was the original 6.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be in the game, and they will get. But I doubt they would like not add any of the new additions.
Right, it would be like a whole cast. But in the trailer, I swear it was the original 6.
Right,
and I was laughing because I said, yeah, they know Captain Marvel sucks.
What is with you and Captain Marvel?
What's your frustration?
Next discussion, okay? The business our next discussion. What is with you and Captain Marvel, man?
That's exactly
what he ever did to you, man.
Let's It's all like you got a lot of hate in your heart. Let us know. What's that hate coming from?
Are you an anti-feminist, son?
Wow. Wow.
Do you hate women in movies?
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Yeah, you speak.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't like Captain Marvel, but you know what I did like? I like Wonder Woman, so that automatically takes me out of the hate women movies. Does it?
Okay,
it does. It takes
I
you
didn't
out.
like Captain Marvel, but I did like Lucy. All right, I didn't like Captain.
Well, no, it doesn't take you off the hook. You know why?
Why?
Did you like Wonder Woman because of the fact that Wonder Woman is wearing like more of a swimsuit design?
Shut
the
up.
Cap?
Oh, what?
Get this man off the mic.
Get this man out of here.
Seriously,
It was a good movie.
it was a good movie.
Did you like it? Did you like it because
pretty good characters? It was a solid movie.
Did you enjoy Wonder Woman because the aesthetics from what to your liking?
No,
She
my
had long
God.
hair. She didn't have
This man is a troll.
You're disqualified.
Yeah. Get this man out of here.
Tech.
Wonder Woman was definitely better than Captain Marvel. I don't think there's a debate there. But I don't think Captain Marvel was awful. I just thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay. So you
Like,
thought it was,
okay.
You thought it was decent. You thought it was good.
I thought it was decent and okay are two different words.
If you had to rate it as good or bad, you would say good.
No, because too good or bad is that's two ends of the spectrum. Where's the in between?
No.
That's where I'm at.
This is a teeter-totter. This is a seesaw.
Man.
Even if it's in the slightest, it either has to be on one side or the other.
It can be in the middle. That's the equilibrium. That's where I'm at.
I did a podcast by myself. Can you just? All right. Well, I'll say I think it was bad. I mean, and it's not just because of the feminist thing. Because I was hyped for a Captain Marvel movie. I was cool with the Captain Marvel movie. But the more I saw, the less I liked. Okay. And leading up to the Captain Marvel movie, I didn't want to be in the ball camp with the anti-feminist.
So let me get this right. You said the more you saw of
the less I liked.
The less I liked when it came to feminism.
Did I say that? No, I didn't say that.
Nah, you definitely didn't say that. I mean, it's reaching.
This man is disrespectful. He was being completely serious. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he said.
So you said you hate women.
Basically,
I think. All right. One thing I didn't like about the Captain Marvel movie was the feminist aspect because.
Okay, so you admit it.
Just give me a second.
I got you.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I got his ass. I got him.
All right. Hold on. Let him explain himself.
I just hate how a lot of times in movies. Lately, they just want to be so ham-fisted about the whole thing. Like they just want to be so obvious about the whole thing. Give me an example. But
in what ways? I didn't feel that when I was watching the movie. I just felt like it was a decent movie.
When I think there was at one point in the movie there was a guy looking at her, and then she had that moment where she's like, my eyes are up here, dickhead. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's kind of
okay. What's wrong with that though? What's wrong with that though?
Sassy. But I just feel like it just takes me out of the movie. I can just see the propaganda.
Why? But why though?
Propaganda.
Okay,
what's wrong with that?
Listen, we gotta stop using propaganda. That's a negative connotation.
It is propaganda. And I'll tell you what else.
Hold on, but
the whole movie is about her controlling her emotions, and then by the end, what does she do? She lets her emotions fly. If that's not Care Bear's feminization, whatever bullshit, then I don't know what is.
Wait, are you calling feminism bullshit?
Care Bear.
I'm not calling Care Bear. Get this man off the mic. I'm not calling feminism bullshit, but I'm just saying when you make the story worse to include that stuff, it makes it trash.
Make the story worse.
I mean, whatchamacallit? What is the
what else though?
What is the moral of the story? What does Carol learn during
Carol learns that
during
it's
Captain
okay
Marvel
for her to
let's see. It was an introduction movie. She trusted
nothing, boy, in that movie. Okay,
I mean,
now let me ask you a question. What does Iron Man learn in his first movie?
I'm trying to remember what is he learning.
Iron Man, he learns that his weapons are bad, and he has the responsibility to not only take his weapons of mass destruction off the mass market, but he has the responsibility to use his genius for the greater good. What does Captain America learn in his movie?
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that female protagonists can't learn anything in this? Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh man.
I'm done.
Let me ask you a question. What does Thor learn in his first movie?
Listen,
Thor learns
honestly,
not to be so arrogant. Thor learns that he needs to use his strength for the betterment of mankind.
Let me tell you what Thor.
Okay.
Listen. Wait. First of all,
he was banished from Asgard.
Okay.
Pretty much all the Thor movies except Ragnarok, we're not gonna talk about.
Why?
We're not gonna talk about that.
I like the first Thor.
Actually, no, I mean I say that. Thor, the first Thor, and Ragnarok we'll talk about, but not Dark World. Dark World is completely unnecessary.
I don't need to talk about Dark World because my man's learned.
My man knows how to. At the end of the series, you know what he learns?
What?
He learns that he has to run on the treadmill. That's what he learns.
Okay. Well, I think Captain Marvel was about an internal conflict. You know,
What's the conflict?
Because she didn't know what was good and what was bad anymore. She didn't know right from wrong anymore. Her whole life, she was brought up thinking like, "Oh, I'm on the good side." But then when she takes some time to listen to the enemy, she's like, "Yo, I've been living a lie my whole life."
And you remember that one scene where she had to make that really hard decision on who she should trust and who she shouldn't? No, you don't, because it wasn't there, dickhead.
What you talking about? Yes, it was there.
It wasn't there, Andrew. She never had to make a decision. Matter of fact, she never even felt conflicted about turning on the people that she had basically that she had only knowledge of. All her memories were of the Kree, and then her Kree man comes around at the end, and he's like, "Yo, like we can still be friends." And what does she do? She shoots this nigga in the face. That's this. I mean, come on, you don't have any hesitation. That's shallow. Because when they get on the spaceship, he finds the old dude's family, right? And then she learns that they've been hiding this whole time, trying to be safe, and how whoever she was raised by has been conquering planets. That's what they learn, right? That's what she's been doing. She was ignorant to that fact from jump, which is another reason why she's trash.
That's what kind of switched her. I don't remember all the details, but I'm just saying that's kind of what was going on.
So you gonna criticize her for following the wrong direction?
That's fine.
And then Captain America versus and the Winter Soldier. What happened? Shield was run by Hydra. You go follow him and Nick Fury for following the wrong orders?
Happened? He took down Hydra. Even though it was his own organization, and you could feel that pain. He was like, "Damn, I gotta go against everything
he was still
that
wrong.
I
He was
love."
still wrong.
How was he wrong?
I'm saying
he was out.
He had to come to that realization.
But he still worked with Nick Fury.
He did.
Captain Marvel basically killed Nick Fury if she was in.
Let me ask you this: Is Captain Marvel just a bad superhero movie because of the bad elements, or is it a bad superhero movie because of feminism?
Because of the bad elements and feminism. We can do both.
Drew. It was both?
Drew, you messing up our debate. You said it was decent. Now you just gave him the victory.
Let me give you my rating. My rating for that movie is between a 5 and a 6. That's my rating. It'll float between there.
Okay.
That's middle of the road.
I give it a 6.
That tier is good.
I give it a 6.
I give it a 4.
Okay.
Now, whatchamacallit? Let me pull out my trump card. We were just talking about Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Okay.
How serious a movie that was, and how in one scene, we don't know who could be trusted. Nick Fury says, "Last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye." Now let's go back. Let's go forward to Captain Marvel. The last time he trusted somebody, he lost an eye, or last time he held a cat, he lost an eye.
He trusted the cat.
That's dumb. That's stupid. I mean, he literally held up the cat. The cat scratched his eye out, and he said, "Ow, motherfucker!" Yeah. Come on, son. He didn't even bleed. He didn't even flinch. He was like, "Damn, that cat got some mean claws." Nigga, your eye was just scratched out. You're not gonna be able to see out of that eye for the rest of your life. You need to wear an eye patch, and all you say is, "Damn, dumb cat." Come on, son.
No.
Writing.
Now, was that origin? Now, was how he got his patch? Was that story bad? Yeah, it was trash. I didn't think it was cool. I thought it was bad. I mean, the movie wasn't great. Okay, Captain Marvel was not a great movie.
It's not a great movie.
There.
And
are you satisfied now?
I'm not satisfied. I need to continue. I need to continue. So, you guys want to talk about feminization? Let's talk about feminization.
Well, let me ask you this. Is part of the reason why you did enjoy the movie, did you feel like they were pushing the the feminist.
All right, I'm done with that.
Feminist elements.
Now listen,
I never felt that.
That's a real question.
let me ask you.
You tell me what word did you use to describe it in the movie? What they were doing? Propaganda. Did you not?
It wasn't all just propaganda. I also didn't like the way that the MCU made the Skrulls good guys, and I'll tell you why I didn't like that. Because what I was really waiting for the next phase of the MCU to be was Secret Wars or like the invasion of the Skrulls or whatever, right? Okay. So the Skrulls have the power to shapeshift, and what I really thought was going to be the next phase of the MCU were the Skrulls invading Earth by pretending to be Avengers and pretending to be political figures. So they were going to be the bad guys, and we were going to have to figure out who we can trust, who we couldn't trust, and it was going to be a whole like big event. Yeah. But now that the Skrulls are good guys, I don't think we can have that. And I think that takes away from the comic origin, and it takes away from my enjoyment going forward because they can't do that story.
I mean, they may be able to do something.
That's fair. That's fair.
Might be able to do something with that. That's actually a great. That would be a great story.
And there was a theory that like Hawkeye or that like one of the Avengers was a Skrull the whole time, and that would have been cool to see.
Yeah,
but
now they can't do it anymore,
guys. It's bullshit. It's not the one.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah, y'all shitty now, ain't you? Y'all are sad now, aren't you? I'll give you a little more information. Now, you guys want to talk about feminism? Let's talk about feminism. Let's go to Avengers Endgame.
Okay. Yeah.
When they went the female Suicide Squad. Okay, at the end.
Yo, okay. And what'd you think about that?
I just, I love me some women. But I just think that when you divert from the story to spread your propaganda, that's not responsible.
What propaganda though? What is the propaganda? What are they trying to convey?
The propaganda is women are strong. That's what they're trying to. Well,
are they not?
Are they? Yeah. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that message?
Just because it's a true statement doesn't mean it's not propaganda. I already knew that. So why'd you have to have that in there? Why do you have to stop the movie for a 30-second commercial?
How does it divert? How does it divert from the movie?
It divert from the movie? Yes. It was ham-fisted. It was obvious. There was first of all,
but what's your point though?
Why does Pepper Potts have an Iron Man suit? They just keep making things up for the goddamn feminism. That doesn't make any sense. There was people in there that just didn't make any sense. Why does Pepper Potts have an Iron Man suit? Okay. Why is Mantis running with Captain Marvel? She has no powers. Okay. Get her out of here.
You asked that question. I'm gonna ask you. How come Lieutenant James Rhodes, whatever, Lieutenant, why does he have his suit? Why don't you ask him that question?
That's how it was in the comic books.
No.
There wasn't.
This ain't the comic books. This is the movies. This ain't the comic books, all right?
You're comparing black people to women. You're comparing black people to women. I don't care if you have a female.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying.
I don't care if you have a female sidekick. Wasp. You don't see me complaining about Wasp.
Listen, we're not talking about that. We're saying you question why does Pepper Potts have a suit? What is your reason?
I'm questioning why during the battle does we have to take out 30 seconds for all the women to have a power pose on a milk container. I'm questioning why that needs to be there.
That's not that long.
Now what doesn't take away from the story?
What?
When the Avengers come out and they're like Wakanda forever, they're like, oh yeah, what is that chant that they give? Because I love that chant. We were talking about that last time.
Ibambe.
That doesn't take away because they've done that before. That's what they do every time the fucking battle comes out. But you know what doesn't happen? The women don't get together. All the men must be thinking on the battlefield. What are they doing? What are they doing over there? Rushing who knows what? You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what they accomplished.
Listen, they gave
I don't know.
They gave us a Wakanda forever moment. I'm not going to criticize them.
But here's the thing. When I saw it, I wasn't bothered. But I was like, all right, well, okay, you got all these women together. All right, they're in squad deep. What's wrong with that? It's a whole bunch of women. They in squad deep. If you saw a whole bunch of niggas in the movie gather, you like, yo, they squad deep. What's wrong with that?
No, because they first of all,
that's right. No. What's your issue?
What's wrong with that?
First of all,
niggas are strong. Is that propaganda now?
All they did was highlight the fact that they weren't portraying women well in the MCU. Because when they put all the women together, you can see, wow, most of these people are C-list. That's what you can see.
Oh please!
Oh my god, you reaching? My man reaching for the hills.
C-list.
You reaching?
Name 2 A-list women that was in that lineup.
My man is reaching. Oh my god.
There's Black Widow. Captain Marvel is B-list. She's B. And I hesitate
The
to
most
give her that.
powerful Avenger.
All right, so Black Widow and Captain Marvel. No, give me somebody else because Captain Marvel's B-list. Yeah, you don't got shit. You don't got shit.
God. It doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter.
This is the thing.
Like there are a lot of things wrong with that movie, but I don't think that was one of them.
What? Don't do this.
Yes. What? Tell me.
No. I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this.
Don't do this.
We're not going because you already talked about it, so I'm not gonna get into this.
Somebody told me.
Tell us how you feel.
Somebody told me to stop leaning into the microphone. Are his levels going crazy on your side?
All right, okay. I'm gonna say my two statements about the movie, and then I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay, you don't have to do that, Andrew. You really don't have to do that.
Please
because I know
do.
they're not going to be positive, and I know they're not going to be fair. I don't need biased opinions on the
Bias.
Everybody's biased. You sound biased.
I don't need you fueling Demetrius'
I think this man.
fire.
Listen,
I don't need you stoking his fire.
Drew.
He's fine.
Drew.
What's up?
Look at him.
Are we really biased? Are we really biased? I think
It's just
I
an
think
opinion.
everyone's biased today.
The point in Endgame.
This man hates feminism.
Yeah, man. It sounds like you hate strong women. I love me strong women. I don't know, bro. I love strong women.
You know what strong women?
They show a bunch of strong women.
You know what strong women I like? I like the Dora Milaje in Black Panther. They were some strong women that were strong for a reason. They were the King's Guard. Everybody had a purpose. You know who was strong in the Black Panther movie? The smart girl, his sister.
I remember. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Sure. She was a great character. I like good characters. But you don't just give me a strong reason for no reason. God damn.
I don't feel like that's a big enough issue with the movie to complain about.
I don't movie and have me confused as to why she has powers.
I mean, it's only 30 seconds of a 3-hour movie, all right?
I'm just saying it took me out of the movie for a second.
But let me ask you.
I took it.
So, do you think having Pepper Potts in her Iron Man suit during the movie? So, do you think that was like?
Watch him say some bullshit.
Do you think what?
This man, me say some bullshit. This man said woman not strong.
No.
Exactly. This man hate women.
Let me tell you what Dimitri was going. Do you think Pepper Potts being in the Iron Man suit? Do you think that you hate women? That's exactly what he was going.
I was like,
listen, I don't. That's not what I was going to say.
I wasn't going to say that. Listen, I was trying to make a transition, but I fucked up.
No, fuck the transition. I have more to say
I bet it's heated.
Fuck the transition now.
I bet it's heated.
Let's continue. There are a lot of movies coming out recently. We all remember the female Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Ham-fisted. Obvious.
Yes.
And you know what? Guess what? It didn't do well.
Right.
You know why? Because they pushed something that didn't need to be pushed. They flipped something that didn't need to be flipped.
I agree with you on that front. I do.
All right. Now, let me continue. Do you have anything to say, Andrew?
Nah, keep going.
Let me continue now.
These things don't bother me in movies. I'm like, man, look strong. Oh my God, I want to be strong. That doesn't bother me in a movie.
Okay, no.
As long as it's a good movie, it's not gonna bother me.
Let me ask you a question. What did you rate Ghostbusters? The female.
I didn't see that shit.
Oh, you didn't see that shit, did you? God damn it! I have to prove my point for you guys to start listening. Okay, now, next. Okay? Now, there's a lot of action movies that's been coming out where the female lead, it's female-led action movies, which, I'm cool with because I like Woman and Woman. I like
Wonder Woman was good.
But there's a lot of action movies that are coming out with female-led leads or whatever, and they, the female, the woman who's in charge or whatever, she's like a CIA agent or whatever. She's pretty good at martial arts or whatever, and she goes around kicking the shit out of men and out of like trained guys and out of wrestlers and out of whoever. Just destroying them when we all know that she's only 5'6" and that she only weighs 150 pounds, and that doesn't make any sense.
What are you saying?
Now I give a
movies aren't realistic to begin with. What are you talking about?
I give a
movies
pass.
were never realistic.
I give a pass to Angelina.
All the fighting is choreography.
I give a pass to Angelina Jolie.
What is your point?
She's a straight up badass. My point.
You just said movies are fake. That's what you just said.
My point is that they could do it better, and I can tell you why they could do it better. Make it more realistic.
My God.
Because the point where movies and real life crosses is the point that's most interesting. Now, how can they make it more realistic? Let's take my man Jackie Chan as an example. Jackie Chan, he's the best martial artist in movies. He's the best martial artist in the world, especially in his movies, right? But what does he do when he comes to a fight? He doesn't straight up knock people down. He's always scared. He's always on the defense. He uses his environment as a resource. He never wants to be in a fight, but he always ends up reluctantly fighting. And if more women took that script, took a page out of Jackie's book, it can make it more relatable.
So whose fault is that? That's the director's fault or the lead's fault?
Hold on, Drew.
Whose fault is that?
Hold on, Drew. Let me say something. So you keep mentioning Wonder Woman as like and the Lucy, model of
let it be known that I like Tarantino's what is it?
It's too late.
Movie?
It's too late.
What's that Tarantino movie? Kill
one?
Bill. I like Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Now you said Kill Bill, but you said after I called you out on that. We're not counting that.
What?
Do you only like women who fit your expectations aesthetically? Is that why you like Wonder Woman so much?
Tell this man Dimitri to
What does man talk about?
back from
Wonder Woman is a movie that I've seen. I can only talk about movies that I've seen. I'm not gonna talk about movies I haven't seen.
First of all, Andrew can't talk about movies he hasn't seen, and he hasn't seen that. What hadn't you seen?
I haven't seen.
No, what has Andrew not seen?
I told you, the only ones I've seen is Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman, so I can speak on those.
That's a shame that you haven't seen more female-led movies. Why is that, Andrew?
All right, man, I don't be in the theaters like that.
Oh yeah, sure. You have to make a decision, and your decision is not to see those movies. Can we be honest?
I think you're reaching now. I don't be in the theaters like that, right?
I'm just saying. You know, that's the same thing Liam Neeson does. Liam Neeson, he's an old man in his movies. And so what does he do? He tries to avoid confrontation. And when he has to confront somebody in a fight physically, he uses his environment, he uses tactics to his advantage. On the other hand, women such as Black Widow, you know, she's cool. But in other movies, you know, Scarlett Johansson will just go around chest kicking people and straight up getting them out of here with the strength of 100 men. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Unless you want to make them like genetically advanced, unless you want to give them a sword,
I think that's what they did
in Kill Bill.
In the Angelina Jolie movie. I think they did that.
No, they didn't. Not in Salt.
That was different.
Yeah, it's just like,
I think it wasn't her. It was on Scarlett Johansson.
It's just like I can get behind you, but I just need you to make it realistic. In Jason Bourne, he avoids the fight. And in all these women movies, they're just the fucking bees.
So whose fault is that? The director's fault? Is that what you're saying?
Whoever comes up with these movies ideas and whoever is directing the action choreography, they're not doing a good job. And whoever is you know, they're just not doing a good job in making it realistic. Realistically, I don't care how the fuck strong a woman is. Realistically, I will fight her. I don't care. And I'm not even a strong guy. Now, and so if you want to be realistic, the strongest woman versus the strongest guy, she's gonna lose. So why don't you? So why are you having her mow down these people? Like I can become invested in that. I'm sorry, but I can't unless you give her some type of superpowers, or unless you make her use her environment or her own weapons. She's like a weapons expert or some shit like that. Just don't make her punch a guy out and makes it seem like that's realistic. That's not realistic to me.
So you're saying you've never seen a woman in real life? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying. I just don't think it's realistic.
Is that what you're saying?
Wait, is that what you said?
You know, I've never seen a woman in real life knock a guy out.
Just go on World Star.
Yo, on World Star. You can find like a kangaroo knock a guy out. But do you want a kangaroo hopping through the movie like Kangaroo Jack? I don't think so.
Oh my god.
You know what? All right. Dimitri, hit that goddamn transition now. How about that?
Are you done?
Let me think if I'm done. Let me think.
It sounds like you got a lot of your advice. So
let me highlight some female characters done right. Okay. Wonder Woman was done right.
I agree.
Wonder Woman. Say something else.
Shuri was done right. I already said that. Captain Marvel was done wrong. Let me think of just a few more.
Okay, I think you just think Captain Marvel is a bad movie, but I don't think feminism is your problem with Captain Marvel.
It's not, but it is something that I wanted to touch on because they're coming out with this new Charlie's Angels, and Charlie's Angels was good back in the day because it was so corny. It came out in the 70s, and it was so corny. It was just like, it was real 70s like cheesy. And now they're gonna come out with the same thing, but they're gonna make it dead serious. And it's just gonna. I just think it's gonna be dumb. I just think it's going to be dumb because what they're going to do is they're going to make this women's squad. They're going to make it the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're going to make them, say things like, don't look at my tits. And I'm just going to be like, all right, well, you know what? First of all, and Andrew's going to say some bullshit right now, but guess what? He's not going to see it. Okay?
I may not see it, but what's wrong with that line? Don't stare at my chest. What's wrong with that line?
It's just like, why can't we say things that have to do with character? Why can't we? It's just like, you know what was a good.
Hold on. But is that not a realistic line? You was talking about realism. Is that not a realistic line?
You know what?
I don't know. Is that not a realistic line? That sounds like a realistic line to me.
You know what? I just think that you know what was a good, or at least a decent female-led action movie. The one with Melissa McCarthy as a spy. And you know why it was good? Because it was funny. And because they knocked people out, but they knocked people out in interesting ways. And because I didn't have to feel like I was sexualizing the people on screen, even though I wasn't. They're literally chastising the people in the audience for doing nothing. I'm sitting in the movies getting a speech. For what? Now, this is a shame because Dimitri brought up Falcon, and he brought up Iron Man's sidekick, the black people, and me talking like this makes me feel like I'm justifying white people not wanting to see black movies.
Wait, what? How do we get here? What?
Because I'm saying that I don't want that feminist message pushed in my face so hard. And a lot of black movies obviously push a black message hard.
They do.
But
a lot of black people saw Black Panther.
Black Panther didn't push a message hard, and that's why it was so good. But a lot of black movies.
Come on, son, it did it.
Did it? I guess maybe it did, didn't it?
I mean, was Killmonger not from the hood? Is that not a black message?
You're right.
Come on now.
I mean. The movies in Africa, like there's African dances,
like the whole movie was culturally black,
Black American and African.
Like you can't get any more than that.
All I'm saying is we got to be careful when we say things like, you don't like something because it's pushed in our face. The thing is, it's always the dominant culture. It always feels like, the moment they see it, it doesn't matter. It could be 2 seconds long. They'll be like, "You're pushing it in my face." Like that's their response. I'm just saying we gotta be careful when you say, "Oh, I don't like the fact that in Avengers Endgame, they had all the women congregate. It was pushing our face." Like,
right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
I really do have to.
That's
rethink
what I'm saying.
This. I really do have to rethink this.
Yes, in all seriousness, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew doesn't support women.
What? I support women.
Andrew doesn't support women's movies. That's
what are you talking about? Of course I do.
You don't support it. This whole tap fool coming here talking about. Oh yeah. That's you know what?
He wasn't going to Tuesday.
What I have just done, and what you guys can learn from, is I have engaged in a critical thinking discussion, and I have potentially shifted my viewpoint. You guys can learn anything.
Oh yeah,
from me. Really? From me, okay? Because right now I'm thinking, maybe I was, maybe I was a little bit too hard on the feminist propaganda. Maybe I need to listen more and talk less.
Yes. And be less misogynistic. God, that's what helps.
Yo.
I'm done.
Yeah, you know what? Let me come back to you guys later on another podcast and talk to you more about what I think, because honestly, I'm not sure anymore.
I just want to say my man Small is an upstanding guy. Okay, he's an upstanding guy.
Now, whatchamacallit? Now I feel the same way about how female action stars should take a page out of Jackie Chan's book and be a little bit more reluctant to fight and less like goddamn Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about another time.
Jesus Christ. There's more of this bullshit to come.
All right. So, as you can see, I was kind of playing the role of PC enthusiast by calling out Kylen on his misogynist bullshit. Okay.
I'm already here.
So
PC culture.
So let's talk about PC culture. For those of you who don't know, LaVar Ball was recently
Lavar.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Okay, so
I haven't really heard about that.
So 2 weeks ago, the Lakers traded for Anthony Davis. As part of the deal, the Lakers had to send a couple first-round draft picks, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and drumroll please, Lonzo Ball. That's how I feel about Lonzo Ball. I kind of feel like he's overrated, and I feel like at this point, you know, he hasn't really done anything since he's been in the league. I kind of feel like his name has gotten more actual praise than his game. So
right.
But anyways, if you ask LaVar Ball, his father, he'll tell you a different story.
Of course, he loves his son.
He loves his son. So after the trade happened, he was invited to First Take to kind of, you know, speak his piece about the whole situation. So if you ask this man, you know, LaVar Ball, how do you feel about the Lakers? The first thing he said was, they're never going to win a championship. So I just listened. I'm like, how dare you say that? Like, what,
I mean, he didn't like Lou Walton. No, that was the whole thing. He didn't like the coach.
But what the fuck has your son done since he's been in the league? Okay, that nigga's been hurt. That nigga's been at home pretty much during the trade deadline because they were always scared that Lonzo would be shit. This nigga faked the injury, okay, so they wouldn't trade him. So,
oh my god,
why are you gonna be saying your son is I'm sorry, his son is not at that level. You're not at that level. Your son is not at the level where he'll make a difference between me winning the championship and me not. We couldn't even make the playoffs with your son. So what are you talking about? So
yeah, give some time to develop, man. Give him time to develop.
But anyways, during the discussion, you know, at one point the hostess Molly Karam,
Jalen Rose's wife.
Jalen Rose's wife. On a side note, we'll talk about Molly some other time during our podcast. But anyway, she says, all right, she felt like the conversation. She felt the conversation was getting out of hand. So she said, I want to switch gears. She said, LaVar, can I switch gears?
Oh, God, I did hear about this.
And LaVar says, you can switch gears with me anytime.
Say that again? He said, I want to switch your gears?
No, he didn't say that.
No. He said, you can switch gears with me anytime. That's how he said it.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's what he said. So,
yeah.
You know, now immediately when he said something, I said to myself, yeah, he's there. He'll catch some flack for that. And he did. So, you know, my question to you guys is, do you think what he said was...
Yeah. And then ESPN banned him.
Yeah,
ESPN banned him.
Whoa, talk to me more about that. Banned him how?
They banned him. Yeah, they banned him because of that statement.
He can't come on ESPN anymore.
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, God. You see...
Yeah, it pisses you off, doesn't it now?
You see, now I have something to say. Because I didn't agree with his comments. I thought they were extremely inappropriate.
Right.
But banning him like that is stupid. Banning him like that is...
But can I say something?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's been stupid for giving him the platform in the first place.
Wow.
I mean, they already built up his celebrity. You know, early on, you know, when Lonzo was coming out of the draft and inviting him after this man said he could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1 in his prime. Like, who says some bullshit like that? I mean, you give him a platform for saying bullshit. So here's he's gonna keep saying, you know, crazy out of the bounds things. So
here's my thing about the whole thing, though.
You know what? Drew, let me finish, and then I'll hand it over to you. I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier. To be honest,
like,
based on his personality, but you know, Drew, like, tell me your take on things.
So here's the thing about Lavar Ball, and I saw the clip, and you know, it didn't strike me as strange when I first heard it because you have to understand who Lavar Ball is and how he talks. This man be like, "Hey, yo, man, I'm better than Michael Jordan." He been talking crazy this whole time. He said, "I'll invite you to my house and we can get some strawberry pancakes." He said that to Stephen A. Like, he said, "Oh, Stephen A, you love me. You don't hate me." So like, if you watch the clip again and you watch like a minute prior up to the point, Like, you could see that LeVar's face is dead serious. Like, he said, "Oh, you can switch gears with me anytime." Like, he actually meant we can change topics. He didn't mean it in a sexual way. Plus, this man is married. He's married.
Yeah,
he's married. Molly's married. He knows they're married.
Are you saying that wasn't an inappropriate comment?
No. So what I'm saying is it like it could be taken sexual, but the way LeVar said it and his demeanor, you could tell that wasn't in his head. You can clearly tell it wasn't in his head.
Are you kidding me?
Well, rewatch the clip. Rewatch the clip. Rewatch the clip.
I think it sounds worse than it actually is.
It sounds worse than it actually is. Like,
I don't think he meant.
He didn't even say it in a way that sounded sexual.
Yeah, I don't think he meant for it to come across legit.
You guys must be kidding me. He literally looked into her eyes, said, "You can switch gears with me anytime."
No. He's looking at the camera.
Like
he's looking at a camera.
At the camera.
Oh my God, that's true.
He said you can switch gears with me anytime, and he kept calm, and he like he didn't smile. He had a dead serious face, like, "Yo, let's switch gears on the topic." He didn't say it in a way that he didn't mean it in a way that sounds sexual. Now, did he have a poor choice of words? Yes, it was a very poor choice of words. He could have said something else, but Molly did say, "Hey, let's switch gears." I mean, hey. LeVar said, "Hey, yo, Molly." LeVar was like, because later, LeVar was like, "Yo, Molly, your head is in the gutter." That's what he said on, like, I think TMZ like interviewed him or whatever. And LeVar was like, "Man," he said, "I would never hit on Molly. The only time I would hit on Molly is if she broke into my house at night and she was dressed up as a boogeyman."
Bro,
that's what Lavar Ball said.
Nah, you have to say all that.
You got even. I'm looking at the video right now.
Yeah.
Even
what's
my
up?
man Stephen A. Smith is looking at this. And trust me, he's there. He's looking at this nigga like, what? He's got that confused face. Like, okay, sure. Like, everybody there could see what you guys can't see.
But here's the thing though. Like, I understand that. Like, if anyone else said that, I understand. But LeVar Ball is crazy. We've established his demeanor, his record. Like, we know he sees wild shit like that. Like, you shouldn't be surprised.
The fact that he meant it,
but he didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. Come on, I thought you just said he was crazy.
He meant it, but not in a sexual way.
Like, he didn't mean it in a sexual way.
He meant it because
he mean it in a literal statement. Let's switch gears on a different topic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Molly said, let's switch gears.
We're not.
You guys are being naive.
We're not being naive.
Molly said, let's switch gears. And he said, sure, you can switch gears with me anytime. What's wrong with that?
Come on, Andrew. Come on. He could have just said,
he's married.
I don't care if he's married. You telling me that married women never cheat or hit on other girls?
Hey, yo. First of all, black men don't cheat, all right?
Right.
Are you crazy?
Shout out to Charlemagne.
Black men don't cheat.
Shout out to Charlemagne the God.
Yo, you guys must be insane.
Okay,
you guys
but
are giving this man way too much. He said that cute little whatever line, and I'll give you this. He might have thought that it was gonna land, or he might have thought that it was gonna be funnier than it was. But he definitely meant to be funny. He definitely meant it to be flirty. He definitely meant it to be funny. And I wish I could see his face when he said it, but it's always on Molly.
Okay, but all right. Let me ask you a question. If he said, instead of saying you can switch gears with me anytime, what if he said you can change the topic or question anytime?
That's it's a little less, but it's a little more ambiguous. But yeah,
is your problem with the word anytime? No, I think anytime is your problem with the statement.
I think anytime.
Because she said switch gears and he just said the same thing back and just added anytime. That's really what happened.
Right. Ask me a question, Andrew. Ask me.
Do you eat ass?
oh my god.
No.
Hey yo, what's your favorite thing to eat? That's a question.
All right. Just ask me this question. Do you want to continue the podcast?
And do you want to continue the podcast?
I'll continue the podcast with you anytime. Now, how does that make you feel? Makes you feel like a bitch.
I ain't gonna lie. No. I kind of got heated.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It don't feel right. That there was a lot put into that statement just there.
Yeah, but this is the thing though.
But
that's who LeVar Ball is.
Yeah.
It's like no one else could have said that but LeVar Ball. That's what I'm saying. Just because of his track history, no one else could have said that. Like if it's.
Are you saying that
we're not making an excuse for him?
Yeah.
We're just saying what he said is not excusable. I mean, obviously, I agree. She has a right to feel however she feels.
Exactly.
Because of the comment, but we're just saying we think the reaction is kind of extreme.
It's like you know LeVar, you know he didn't mean it like that.
Now let me tell you something.
Oh my god!
I've seen Stephen A. Smith say worse things. Let me give you an example. When Floyd Mayweather, because him and Floyd Mayweather are boys. Mm-hmm. So around the time of I think it was either around the time of the Pacquiao fight or before the Pacquiao fight. Because for anybody who knows Floyd Mayweather's history, he has a history of domestic violence allegations and stuff like that. So I think the moderator for First Take at the time was Carrie Champion. So she took it real personal that Floyd Mayweather wasn't being, criticized or called out for, him being involved with domestic violence situations. Now he's never been convicted. He's been convicted for it. He served his time and whatnot, but he hasn't really been apologetic about it. He's kind of been no comment, or there's no picture, so it must be I was wrongfully convicted. That's his stance. So that's his stance. That's his stance. So they asked, I forgot what the exact question was, but she was basically talking to Stephen A. because Stephen A. was like, those are just allegations and stuff. His stance is there's no pictures and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take his word for it or whatever. So she asked him, she's like, how can you not understand my perspective? Those were her words to Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is like, I understand as a woman, you have the right to feel whatever you feel. But he doesn't stop there. He goes on and says, women have to take into account the role that women can play in domestic violence situations. That's true. It wasn't Floyd. It was Ray Rice.
What do you?
It was Ray Rice.
He's wrong.
No, he was saying
Let's just say he's wrong.
He's wrong, but that's what he said. I'm telling you what he said.
So you're saying, he should be kicked off.
He was kicked off, but he wasn't banned. Now,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Listen, all right, let's move past the talk on did he mean it, did he not mean it. Even if he did mean it, he shouldn't be kicked off of this.
Right.
Okay. He shouldn't be kicked off.
That's what me and Juice tried to say.
Lifetime ban?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Now, based on what I told you, Lavar Ball is saying, talking about switching gears with me anytime. Stephen A. Smith says, women have to be conscious of the role they play in provoking men to do, domestic violence. Who would you ban?
I would ban Steven.
Okay.
Steven's a moneymaker.
He isn't. Yeah, you can't ban him.
Oh, fuck out of here. Now he's talking about, you hear this, right, Drew? Kylen's like,
listen.
LeVar's a guest. Hey.
LeVar Ball should not even be in the talks for banning. This is, even if, like I said, even if he said it with ill intent, even if he said it to be flirtatious or whatever, it's not that bad of a comment. It's not crazy. Even if he said, even if he is talking about sex, or even if he is talking about, trying to get her to suck his dick or some shit like that, he didn't say that explicitly, so we don't know. And he used the same lingo that she used, so it's ambiguous. This is true. And he said it in a flirty tone. So what you should do is shoot it down at the very second, say, man, that's ignorant or whatever. Let him defend himself in the moment and then move on.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. Now we want to move on from it now. Don't give the man the chance to say anything. And then, just discipline this type of behavior in the moment, because guess what's not going to happen? This is not going to make anybody a feminist or make anybody
okay.
Banning him is not going to help anybody's cause.
Right.
It's not. And I think I heard an interesting statistic the other day. I heard I think it was like 60% of like men in the workplace are afraid to speak with their female counterparts one-on-one or in mentoring. Have you guys heard about that?
I heard about that. I have a story that goes along with that. I have an uncle who
this man's uncle is a problem.
Who works?
All right, can we get an uncle count? That's the third time.
Fuck it, man. I love my uncles. I'm not afraid to admit they taught me some game. But he worked for Cigna, and he told me a story about he had a supervisor who was in line for a very big promotion. Right. He fucked it up because what did he do? He not only did he cheat on his wife. He cheated on his wife with an employee And
oh no!
And I'm not talking about a secretary. I'm talking about like a, executive.
It doesn't matter. What does this have to do with? That's just a bad move.
Right, it's a bad move.
Yeah,
I don't care what sex that.
That's
I don't care if you're a woman that cheated on your husband with a man.
No, I'm not saying
that's
I'm saying the position. The woman was like, I'm not saying she wasn't a secretary. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a typical, situation. She was, she was a big fish too. So, anyways, they got involved. And I guess he made some promises that he was going to leave his wife, which he didn't. And she went to HR. So
this is a completely different story from what.
No. It goes to what Andrew's talking about. Men are afraid.
Men are afraid to cheat. They should be afraid.
No.
Men are afraid to, do mentorship. Have strictly, basically one-on-one alone time.
With a female counterpart, because the problem is, in a workplace, people talk,
right?
Like people might think, he's doing, you could be mentoring a woman, and then people might think, maybe there's some type of relationship, or maybe something like that is involved.
Did your uncle get caught because
my uncle was not involved? No, my uncle was not involved.
Oh, okay.
He knew somebody that was involved. So what he was saying was, he's telling me now, because the incident happened. For example, like when he comes into work, the same woman that went to HR, she used to give him a hug in the mornings.
Yeah.
So he's saying after that, he kind of gave her a stiff arm. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I don't think he gives her a handshake. He just walks away. He's paranoid that So that's what we're saying. I think. And I want to share that story because that kind of illustrates what Drew was talking about. Yeah,
but should men be worried about talking to a woman one-on-one in the workplace, because they may say something that could offend a woman, and then they could be reported because like we were saying, it's all based on perception. It's not based on your intent. It's based on what's perceived.
Well, we did say that. I think in a couple of episodes back, we did say how. If you look good enough, you can say just about whatever you want. So that's number one. If you look good enough, a lot of shit that some people can't say.
There's some truth to that. I agree.
But I think men are trying to put a Band-Aid on their own problem. The problem with men is that a lot of times they're sexist. The problem with men is that a lot of times they sexualize women in environments that don't call for that. And by not talking to women, you're being childish, and you're putting a Band-Aid on the real problem, which is change your outlook on life.
I don't dispute that, but but
how do we learn? How do we grow?
No, it's not that. It's just that in today's culture, I'm talking about the court of public opinion.
Public opinion matters.
I'm saying right now, there's a good number of these situations where these allegations are correct. But what we're saying is, if I know that I haven't done any of these things I'm accused of, I don't try to sexualize, women to the degree where I think they're objects. I respect women. If one woman says out of like me being somewhere for a certain amount of time, if there's one case where I'm being accused of something, one case can ruin my, reputation. For life. I think what's going on here is that's where that fear comes from.
There's got to be. So I was saying how men need to change their outlook. They need to change. The way that they think of women and the way they speak to women. But I think what's happening here is the only way for men to do that, other than literature, is to practice. And to practice, you need a safe environment. And you can't practice.
Where are you going to get the safe environment?
You can't get the safe environment because you're always under threat of fucking up and being disqualified.
What I'm going to say is, like, if you get falsely reported for something and you didn't know, you didn't do it, like, that does something to you. That's going to fuck you up mentally. It's some shit like that happens.
How often does that happen?
I'm just saying if it does happen to you, it's on some bullshit. You'd probably be like, yo, like, I'm not going to.
It's funny how
I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm like, it's over. something as simple as that psychologically, that fuck you up.
Let me give you an example.
You guys are giving Lavar Ball a pass, and you guys are giving
we're not
men
giving them
a pass because whatchamacallit, I don't think that scenario happens as often as you think.
Let me ask you a question. Now, let me not use this example. I should have used it.
Whatchamacallit, I think it's funny how you guys have turned me from, quote unquote anti-feminist in the movies to a feminist right now because I feel like I'm really defending women. Okay, because you guys are talking about, it's so crazy men can't speak. Well, maybe men should learn how to speak.
No, we're not.
But it's not all men, though.
It's not all men,
and it's based on perception.
It's based on perception, exactly.
Yeah.
So now,
because if a woman does the same thing, a man is much less likely to report it, and also much less likely to be disrespected by it.
And I don't think anything would happen. Like, I feel like if a woman were to sexualize a man in the workplace, I feel like.
But let's talk about.
Even if he did report.
But let's talk about power structures.
We need to get into all that.
No, yes, we do. We have to get into power structures because a woman doing something to a man and a man doing something to a woman is not two equal exchanges.
But it should be.
It should be, but it's not.
I'm not arguing that.
Until it is,
okay,
you can't treat it like it is. Even though it should be, it's not.
But that's not what me and Drew, like everything you said about that in terms of power structure, we're not disputing that. What we're saying is the climate in today's world, the climate, like when it comes to sexual harassment allegations, is toxic. The minute a report surfaces, people automatically condemn the man that's accused of violation.
Accused. It doesn't not even proven. Accused.
Accused. And
this takes us back to the Cuba Gooding Jr. case.
Right. But the thing is, we understand is, right, anybody, like, a woman can walk, a woman or man for that matter, who you've never met, you've never been, there's been zero situations where you two have been in the same room, right? You've never had any contact at all. Any man or woman can file a police report accusing you of something, and the matter will automatically be taken to court.
Right.
And because of the fact that you're being taken to court, people will assume
Junior was
that,
back in court today facing sex assault.
Like you must have did something. I can have zero contact with you. I'm talking about zero contact. Like, I don't know you. I've never seen you before. I don't know your mom, your wife, your husband, your kids, none of that. Mm-hmm. But because of the fact that I filed the report, there has to be a follow-up. Not just a follow-up, there has to be a trial, depending on your celebrity. And
this man Dimitri found his way back to the table.
Right. So the minute that these reports come out, it's like, damn it, fuck the guy. Like, fuck him, let's cancel him. And, obviously, these cases had to be treated,
right.
With attention. But we're saying the environment is so toxic to where I can prove.
You can
let's say all,
and you'll still be tainted.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, it's all really crazy, and I think it's because of just like
so Kobe Bryant,
and because of that environment, you don't even want there to even be a scare or a whisper.
Yes, that's what
you
we're
possibly doing anything. So that's why you end up keeping your distance from your female.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's all communities too. Like with PC culture, it's like gay people, lesbian, straight, like that whole community, feminism. Like it's PC culture has really taken the form where it's really hard to say things without offending or hurting someone, and you possibly taking some type of backlash for it.
Right.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There has to be you're right. There's got to be a little bit of an environment. Well, the thing is, and sometimes it's not possible, but a lot of times this stuff needs to be addressed immediately. That's really, I think, the best way to change people's minds, and I think that's a safer environment than letting it happen. And I'm not saying letting it happen, but like having it happen and not saying anything. Especially if you're in an environment like a workplace, where you should feel more comfortable addressing something that happened to you. So, for example, if you're in a meeting solo, one-on-one with a guy, and you're a woman, and he says, you can switch gears with me anytime. You should be like, Nah, don't say that to me. That's bullshit. And
yeah, I feel that.
And then
I feel like you should feel comfortable with them enough to say that and not have to like report to HR. I feel like you like say that, establish that, and if they make the same mistake again, all right, then you got a case.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair. Very fair.
I think that's really, getting closer to the solution because that's learning, and we have to give people a chance to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just punish them as soon as they make the first mistake. Like, yo, give them a chance to be like, yo, like that's not cool, and then they maybe like, okay, yeah, I understand.
Facts.
They make the same mistake again, then now obviously they didn't learn, and
I don't care if you chastise them. I don't care if you chastise them in public. I don't care if you're sitting around at a whole office table and somebody says that to you like that. Chastise them right then and there. I hate to make this comparison. But I'm going to. It's like a dog. Okay? You can't punish a dog for something it did yesterday. You can't do that because it's not going to connect the dots.
Oh my god!
If you have to do it immediately. You have to train a dog immediately.
But I think that applies to kids too.
Applies to kids. I'm not saying men are like dogs, or I'm not saying men are like kids.
What you trying to say about dogs then? I'm just like I got a lot to say about dogs.
What's the problem with dogs? I don't like dogs either. It's funny because my family just got some dogs. Got a dog. And people always come over.
Smallest dog almost tore my shit up when I tried to walk.
Yeah.
People always come over and they're like this. Yo, you have a dog? Oh my god! And I'll be like, yeah, well, they got him while I was in college. It's not really my dog. I don't really care. Like that. It's just like the only problem I have with dogs is when they're treated like humans.
I agree.
My mom was in Walmart the other day, and the lady tried to bring her dog into Walmart. My mom complained to get that dog right up out of here. She said, "Are you blind? Does that dog helping you in any way? Get it out of here."
Exactly.
Get that lady out.
And my problem with dogs aren't even dogs themselves. It's dog lovers. I feel like the dog community and people in general are just crazy. They're weird, and no one is calling them out for it. Like you're treating dogs like humans. You're treating them like babies.
Now tell me why that hurts you, Andrew. Tell me why that hurt you. Yeah, facts. Because the more I think about it, the more I think, well, maybe that's weird, but it's not necessarily hurting you, Andrew. You don't have a dog.
So okay. So the behavior itself, people like to baby talk with dogs. I'm like, first of all, the dog can't understand, so it doesn't matter what tone you use. To me, that's weird.
Have you ever seen somebody sign a card for their dog?
Yeah.
To me, like treating dogs like humans is weird. But like, if you like dogs, all right, you know what? Fine, cool. Like I don't have a dog. I'm not gonna. That's okay. But here's the problem. The problem is when other people try to force you to like their dog. Yeah, okay. I don't like your dog. I don't want to pet your dog. I don't want to sniff your dog. I don't want to kiss your dog. Get your dog out of my face. All right, control your animal when he's on a leash. If he gets on my leg, he messes up my pants, I'm gonna have a problem with it. That's my fucking problem with dogs.
Let me tell you.
And if I tell you I hate dogs, don't look at me like I'm crazy. Not everyone likes animals.
They be like this. Oh, he doesn't bite.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
But let me tell you a story. That actually reminds me of a story that happened with me. So
what's up?
At my job, this lady walked in and she brought a dog, and the dog looked dirty as hell, and like she said that the dog just threw up. She's looking for
that's
medicine.
Nasty.
And I hate my first thought is like, so you bring that motherfucker in here? Like you thought it was okay to bring it in here?
Exactly.
But I didn't say that. So I kept it to myself. So, obviously this dog is like real, like this dog's like a savage. Like it's feral. So
the dog is not feral.
It's fair. It looked feral. I'm telling you. So she's walking around and people petting the dog. She's like, "Do you want to pet my dog?" I'm like, "Yeah, ma'am, no thanks." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I just want to pet your dog." She was like, but he's nice. He doesn't bite. I'm like, I understand that, but
yeah, exactly. Yes. This is my problem.
But she wouldn't accept it. She's like, "Why do you hate dogs?" I'm like, "Now it's funny you ask. I don't have dogs, but your dog just threw up, and I'm pretty sure your dog needs to see a vet. So I don't feel like getting sick. Therefore, I don't want to touch your damn dog. So,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
And just eating this up.
So go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
No, continue. I'm just saying. I hate animal lovers.
I'm just like,
wow. We moved from dogs to animals.
If I saw
my fault. Dog lovers.
It's like,
I misspoke.
If I'm on the street,
I misspoke.
If I was on the street, I said, listen, I don't give a fuck about your dog. Like, first of all, take our nigga to the vet. Okay, get him cleaned up. And then get yourself checked. Because if your dog is sick, then
back away from the mic.
Yeah. You should respect people that don't like your dogs.
Respect my space, man.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a dog person. Not everyone wants to pet your dog, and everyone wants to look at your dog. Not everyone wants to hear that shit barking.
And I love dogs. I love petting dogs, but that dog,
I'll do you one better.
That shit was feral. I'll do
you one better. You know, sometimes they have these like campaigns, or ASPCA, or campaigns for dogs and for wildlife, and they'd be like, help the turtles, help the dogs, and stuff like that. And I really can never get behind any of these campaigns. You know why? Because Flint, Michigan, still doesn't have water.
Thank you.
And that's right.
Are you kidding me here? I don't give a fuck about stray dogs. I don't give a fuck about dogs in the pound. Because we're not even treating humans to the same degree, with the same respect that we treat dogs.
Agree.
I'm like, it's an animal at the end of the day. It's an animal. Like, damn.
It's 100%.
At the end of the day, it's a damn animal.
And
it's not a baby. It's not your child. It's an animal.
It's not a baby. It's not your child. And really, it's disgusting. If we really want to get into the germs of it all, the licking of the face. The animals pooping in the house, peeing in the house.
Motherfuckers want to be like, oh man, a dog's mouth is cleaner than humans. All right, man. Okay, watch it eat another dog's ass and kiss his face.
Fact.
Okay then.
Don't dogs eat their own shit sometimes?
Dogs eat their own shit.
Yes, they do.
Whatchamacallit? And really, I've never heard a dog lover say that a dog isn't clean, except for one time. There's this lady in Europe. She's like a British dog trainer. She has a show on Animal Planet. And I remember one time she was trying to train this dog, and she came to the house, and the dog started licking the owner's face. And she said, "What the fuck?" She said, "You can't let that dog lick your face. A dog's place is on the ground, not in the bed, not on the table, on the ground. They don't eat people food. They eat dog food. They don't drink from people's cups. They drink from doggy bowl. They don't get on the couch. They sit on the ground." And I was like, "Wow, this woman is my saving grace, bro.
Exactly.
She knows exactly a dog's place, which is on the ground,
and not in your bed. Not in your bed, on the ground.
I wanna add to the record. I love dogs. I actually wanted a dog growing up, but my parents feel the same exact way. They're like, you don't need animals. We have 3 animals in the house already.
Would you rather date a woman who smokes or sleeps with a dog in their bed?
Oh damn.
That's tough.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
Man. Can I choose neither?
I mean, that's...
Nah, smoking might...
Smoking might be I don't know. Smoking is probably worse.
Yeah. Nah, smoking is gonna... That shit's disgusting, and that shit gonna kill you.
Some niggas gotta have sex with the dog watching.
That's weird. That's weird. That's just weird.
Son.
I swear, animal lovers, the motherfuckers are just weird. Like, how much they like obsess over dogs and dog pictures and like I feel like if you were to apply it to any other thing in life, niggas will look at you like, bro, you weird. Like the fuck, like what's wrong with you? But dog lovers just get a free pass.
Apply it to something else and prove that point because I'm trying to think of like what else can I apply it to and I love movies and you like let's. Those are all media. Those are all entertainment. A dog is entertaining.
A dog is entertaining. Okay, let's try to apply to someone else. Which I'm trying to think right now, because we can't do sports either. Just because they're giving up a pass too.
The only thing you can apply it to would be like, you can't apply it to inanimate objects or nothing like that. You can apply it to something like a sport or something like that, but you can't apply it to like Care Bears or nothing like that. You can't apply it to like stuffed animals. No, because they're inanimate objects. I understand people like fluffy, cuddly dogs. I just think that I would rather take the fluffy, cuddly, take the loyalty, and put it in a human. Okay? Give me a girl with a fro. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh gosh.
I don't have a problem with animal lovers as far as their love. I mean, as long as their love for the animal isn't forced upon society.
Yeah.
Then I don't have a problem with it.
You know what it is?
Well, I have a problem when they try to justify that love being imposed on humans. Or are you talking about Flint, Michigan? The love for animals supersedes the life of animals supersedes the life of a human.
Fact.
Yeah.
But you know what happens? You know what happens when it's because you know why people can fall in love with these animals like dogs and cats. I mean, I'm talking about deep, intense love. It's because it's easier. It's easier than humans. A lot of people. I mean, let's talk about cat ladies for a second. The stereotype is that they haven't had like a very successful love life or romantic life, and so they turn to cats who they can take care of and love.
Cats are very simple.
And receive love back.
Cats are not very simple. They are moody. They are like people.
Nah, bro. You don't got to do shit with a cat. You put out his litter box, you feed it.
Listen, the cat is a captive in that relationship.
Yes,
the dog is a captive in that relationship. They can't go anywhere. And that's why people love them.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you between a cat and a dog. I could feed a dog, and the dog would think I'm the greatest man in the world. Like he'll worship.
Right.
He or she will worship me. They'll want me to pet them. They want affection. A cat,
okay.
You could feed a cat. The cat's gonna eat its food, and then when you be like, come over here, let me pet you. The cat is like, it'll scratch you. They'll say, fuck out of here. Like,
a cat is just about his business.
Like. Yeah.
All right. Cat is about his business. All right.
I respect cats.
The cat ain't for that fuck shit. All right. He gonna eat. Ain't gonna move about his day.
I respect cats. They are about their business. They're just a little bit more. They have a little bit more decorum.
Right.
They respect themselves a little bit more.
Right.
Dogs
exactly.
Slaves.
Right.
And they accept being a slave.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
I apologize.
Oh, what did Kanye West say? It's like that.
What? But every time, like my parents be like, "Oh, you gotta feed him at the right time, or you gotta discipline him like this and that." It just takes me. It really makes me think of like how Jim Crow treated black people. Not. There's not like there's like a real Jim Crow, but I remember there was like this like specific slave master who really knew how to discipline his slaves, and he taught all the other people how to do that. And I just think about that, how there's these people teaching everybody else how to discipline their dogs and stuff like that. It makes me feel weird, to be honest. I don't like that relationship. I mean, imagine having a baby and just having it live under you the whole time. Like it has no.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, to me it seems kind of.
And then the castrating. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's too much. I could never do that.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I could never do that. As a man, I feel a certain type of way of doing that shit.
Facts. The point of domestication is when the animal cannot survive without humans. And to do that to a species is deplorable.
Exactly, and like
to take away that free will and take away that ability to survive without humans. First of all, it leads for a lot of animals to straight up die because
that's right.
Not enough humans for animals.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But the whole point of domestication is it's kind of a mutual. Like you're not slaves. Like you're not.
I mean, is it really mutual? That motherfucker can't leave the house when he wants to.
I'll give you
that motherfucker doesn't even have. Sometimes. He doesn't even have dog peers. Sometimes he's the only dog in the house.
I'll give you cows. I'll give you horses. I'll give you farm animals. Dogs, cats, no. Guinea pigs, no.
Well, yeah.
Hamsters.
You know what's really fucked up if you think about it? What? Fish. Keeping fish in a bowl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's really fucked up.
I mean, keeping fish. I mean, imagine somebody put you in just a room. It's not even a house. A room.
Yes.
And they said, "All right, here you go." Oh, is there anybody else going to be coming in here? No.
Yeah.
Daily.
When you really think about it, yeah. The idea of pets is really fucked up, to be honest.
It's really maybe no, because I know a lot of black people with pets. I was about to say maybe maybe it's No, come on now. You know white people like pets more than black people. Come on.
Well, yeah.
And maybe it's because of that mentality that we don't keep slaves.
I do know a lot of black people with pets, so I can't.
You can't say that.
White people.
I can't really say that.
A white person. This is between a black owner and a white owner. A white owner will pay for fucking not even a cancer treatment, a liposuction on a dog, and black people would be like, "Get the fuck out of here with that shit."
Well, yeah. I mean,
fun fact: I don't think animal insurance exists, so all that shit's out of pocket.
Yeah,
just a fun fact.
Yeah.
Animal insurance doesn't exist.
I've never seen it.
I never heard of it. I don't know.
No.
Insurance companies don't cover animals. You gotta pay that shit out of pocket.
No. Dog companies. There's dog insurance.
Nah.
Are you serious?
Like,
doubt it.
And then not one that you would get through work. You probably have to like apply for one, but like you wouldn't be able to get it through work. You'd have to like apply for it yourself.
Yeah, you have to apply for it yourself. You have to pay for that.
Yeah. Like you ain't gonna just cover your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and the dog. Hell no.
Yeah, which
nah.
I'm reading here that it's like $300 a year. That's not bad. I respect.
I mean, it all depends. So yeah.
It's not like you get car insurance through work.
Nah.
But it's just like.
Oh, here we go. So you can compare dogs to cars. People have like really crazy like connections to their cars.
Oh yeah.
And it's not
a
as
car.
bad.
You can't. No, it's not.
It's not as bad as animals, is it?
Nah, if you have a deep connection to your car, then sometimes you got to get checked out. you got to get a psychological assessment.
Man, it's probably a show on TLC for everything that we just named.
Yes. I remember that was in love with his car.
I hate
you need an assessment. You need an assessment.
They have a show for every illness and every exotic infatuation.
Yep.
And they do.
But
I like eating paint chips.
My thing is,
I bet it exists.
Love your dog, but I don't have to love your dog.
That's the bottom line.
If your dog is a dirty, stinky, mangy mutt, I'm not touching it.
You could have your infatuation with the animal. That's fine, cool. Right. But if I decide to keep to myself and I don't want to interact with your dog, you should be able to respect that decision. If you can't, then there's an issue with you.
I think it's funny because I think that I think talking bad about dogs in this podcast will be like treated worse than any of us having like misinformed or bad opinions about women. That whole segment we did about the feminists, I mean, we were just giving our honest opinions and trying to get to a conclusion. But I think that people are really going to come down hard on us for talking bad about dogs.
No, listen.
I don't care.
The record that I'm probably going to. In all seriousness, deadass, I'm probably going to want a dog in the future.
Like
really?
But am I going to let my dog lick my face? No. Am I going to let my dog sleep in the same bed as me? No. Am I going to... If there's a place where I'm not... It's the rules explicitly state no animals allowed. Am I going to plead for my dog to be able to come? No.
All I'm going to say is if you can't see our points, you're part of the problem. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love dogs, but I there's limits.
There's limits. I agree.
And no, I don't believe it's okay to abuse dogs and people are gonna come because of that. I think you should be punished for abusing dogs. My only suggestion would be the same energy that you feel towards a dog being abused or desecrated. You should have that same attitude towards black people. That's all I'm saying.
That's a hot take. Okay.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah,
don't condemn people with no bullshit for some what's it called, ASPCA or whatever.
Yeah,
that shit is called. And like Kylen said, there's no water in Flint, Michigan.
That's a fact. And you know what? People are changing their whole lifestyles for these animals. I mean, people are literally vegan just for animals. Yeah. I don't see anybody being I don't know what you could not eat for black people, but nobody changes their whole life for black people. Nobody changes their whole life for feminists. Nobody changes their whole life for gay people.
Exactly.
But everybody changes their whole life for animals.
Yeah.
That's so stupid to me. And like, are animals vegan? No.
You know what I think it might be? The vegan thing might lead into like
the vegan
maybe
thing,
global warming and like how, meat takes a lot to produce in terms of water, in terms of energy.
Yeah.
So it could be that, but a lot of times it's not.
It's not. You're right.
A lot of times it'd be like, oh man, I just and you know they don't eat meat when they say you could either be like Muslim and you'd be like, I don't eat swine. Now when you say swine that you just you don't eat meat. Or I have one friend that's she's vegetarian or something like that. She says, "Oh my god, I can't see how you can just eat flesh like that." And I said, "Flesh? God damn it.
Flesh? Like, what are you talking about? You should cook it up and season it. You should try it."
Every time she says flesh, though, I just be like, damn, you almost got me. Shit. I don't want to eat flesh either, but I do want to eat meat.
I'll say you can eat flesh. Animals eat flesh. Shoot.
That's true.
The lion, the tiger, they eating flesh. What's wrong?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
I couldn't survive off of not eating meat.
Nah, it's not only not eating meat. Vegan is hard as fuck. You know why vegan's hard as fuck? Because you can't have any meat,
Dairy products,
or dairy products.
Yeah, you crazy, bro.
That's what you call it. But I mean, is it a healthier lifestyle? Maybe.
I mean, there's some health benefits.
I mean, you got to supplement the dairy product somehow.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm saying you got to supplement that somehow,
you have to get supplements because you're not getting protein and stuff.
Exactly. That's not healthy for you.
But I mean, at the same time, you know, because I remember I was reading somewhere about red meat. Today, you know, with other hormones and stuff they're feeding animals, there might be some benefit to kind of not sticking. I'm not saying going vegan or vegetarian,
right? But
kind of mixing up your diet.
I mean, hey, you've never met a fat vegan.
Yeah,
you've never met a fat vegan. So,
because the fat person's eating meat,
and I bet you this shit is always green.
I don't know what's that.
Vegan.
It might be though.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But yeah. Shout out to Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Why?
Because they went vegan for 30 days.
Oh, wasn't there like a push for like some type of like? Wasn't that like marketing for something?
I think so.
Or 30 days like a free trial.
Yeah.
That's
just like that.
Oh, didn't they say that if you go vegan too, they might give you tickets to like goddamn concerts?
Some shit like that. Yeah.
And then, but people thought they had to go vegan, and they really didn't.
Nah.
It was like to get the tickets, you just had to sign up for the little program.
Yeah.
And then just be, you don't have to actually be vegan. First of all, nobody can track that.
No.
Second of all, if they can track it, they probably could track it. But if second of all, if they were tracking it, that'd be a problem.
Right.
Right.
So, guys, anything else more to add about Drew? All right. Drew, you got me in my bag today for the animal segment. I thought it was just going to be you. I got in my bag.
I honestly did, because he started talking about the dogs, and I was like, well, this nigga's wilding a little bit. But then, as soon as he started comparing dogs to black people, which is a dumb comparison, but it's also like it's a very interesting comparison.
How is it? Is it really dumb if you think about it?
I don't think that we should. I mean, it's almost like equating dogs and black people.
But listen,
isn't that bad?
No. We're saying it to bring attention that dogs and black people shouldn't be treated. We're saying you're right. They're not equal. Dogs get treated better in this country than black people.
That's a fact.
He's right.
That's a whole fact, though.
You can like shoot a dog, right? Or kill a dog, whatever. Injure a dog.
Right.
There'll be a whole bunch of public outcry.
In fact, they might not even shoot it.
They probably smack a dog.
Or get a tranquilizer. They'll try to save that dog's life.
Animal cruelty.
That's a fact.
But when it comes to a black person, it's a fact. You can shoot a black person and get away with it.
Wow. I have nothing to say about that. You're completely right. There's no argument to be made against it.
Yeah.
Okay, dog lovers. Try to get your shit under control. And maybe we'll talk about something that does deserve respect and admiration and time. Right. Sports.
Yeah. That's where I was getting at.
Facts.
So I think we still need to say this one to sports.
Facts. Drew, you been watching the draft?
I here and there, man. Here and there, I saw. I saw it. We never really know, boy. What's his name? Zion Williamson. Zion, big bull.
Lead the Pelicans to victory.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. You about to get KD, Kyrie, and Zion.
Oh my God! Why are all New York Knicks fans delusional?
I know. Yeah, facts.
But to this day, even after the draft already occurred, New York fans still believe Zion will come. We think Zion will come.
He's not there. He's
not there.
How? How?
But for now.
I was reaching down to my phone like I thought he was already played.
I give it 3-4 years. Zion's going to demand a trade.
What are you doing?
He's going to demand a trade.
What's that song? Fighting for Zion.
Ew.
Bro, that's
a
song.
Exactly.
Williamson went number 1.
What was Zion?
Then Ja Morant went number 2. And the New York Knicks didn't get Zion, but we got the next best, arguably the next best thing, which was
RJ
Barrett.
And
after that, I don't really care, pretty much.
Facts.
But Cam Reddish went to Atlanta. So basically, there were a lot of trades that happened for this draft when it came to draft picks. Like I said, the Pelicans won the lottery, so they got number 1. And because of the Anthony Davis trade, the Lakers, who had number 4, sent their pick to the Pelicans. But probably one of the most surprising moves of the draft was, instead of picking 4th from the pick that they acquired through their trade, the Pelicans traded that pick to the Atlanta Hawks for a whole bunch of other picks in this year's draft that were later. So the Hawks got the number 4th pick, and they selected DeAndre Hunter, who played for Virginia, who won the national championship. And if you go further down, because I'm looking at the list right now, the Atlanta Hawks got the 10th pick from the lottery, so they got Cam Reddish. And I think they traded for another pick. Let me scroll down the list. See what they got. Let me see. Atlanta Hawks. I'm pretty sure they have another pick, but basically, there are a lot of situations where multiple teams got multiple picks for this year's draft. And,
right.
That's kind of surprising. Oh, yep, the Pelicans. The Hawks. So the Pelicans end up getting a number 8th pick. Actually, let me go up on the list. I think they got number 8, and they got the 15th pick. So basically, a lot of teams are I think, which is good, because I think a lot of teams are putting more effort into trying to acquire talent via the draft.
Right.
The draft is the most inexpensive way of a team improving.
I mean, it cost the Sixers like 10 years of just being trash.
Right. But I'd rather instead of trying to open up cap space, try to swing for the top free agents, only to get spurned and get mediocre players and give them, because then what the Knicks is, whatever cap space they have, they're gonna have to spend the money. So it's right. Are you gonna land a 5-star player and pay him that money, or go after a 2-star player and give him more money than they're worth? So I'd rather struggle for a little bit, try to build through the draft, than overpay. I mean, you saw Stephen A's reaction to DeMarcus Cousins. Did you see what he said?
No, I didn't see what he said.
What did he say?
So, Stephen A. Smith, they asked him, because what happened was recently, they were saying, basically he's been saying, if any New York team is going to land two big free agents, it's not going to be the Knicks, it's going to be Brooklyn. But, that's off the fact that the Nets are a better run organization. So if I'm KD, if I'm going to leave Golden State, I'd rather go to a situation like Brooklyn, where they have cap space to get another star, and they already made the playoffs. So, Stephen A. was like, if the Knicks don't get KD or Kyrie,
which they won't,
and I'd rather just us build through the draft. So Matt Kellerman says, well, it looks like they get Boogie Cousins. And Stephen A. was like, no. He goes, no. No.
Oh my God.
No. He's like, we don't need Boogie Cousins. He said, hell no. So
Boogie Cousins is an emotional liability. That's what he is.
Right. So Stephen A. is like, I don't fuck with him. So I think, because the whole people's whole gripes with the Anthony Davis situation, where he demanded a trade, was they're like, here's another case of the larger market team, which is LA, bullying the small market teams. They're like, small market teams can't compete. They don't want to play for us or whatever. But my thing is, you can't use that excuse because it's too convenient. Yes, there's a difference in terms of life. There's a big difference in terms of lifestyle between LA and Milwaukee. But do you hear Giannis complaining that he wants to leave Milwaukee? He's like, no. And why is that? Because number one, they're a well-run organization. I mean, better than the Knicks. If you want to compare them to that, they're pretty run decently. They have a great coach. They've acquired, via trade and draft talent. They're not just sitting on their ass waiting for a free agent to come. They know they don't have that luxury, so they're finding other means to develop. I mean, Oklahoma City at one point had James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant on the same team.
Damn.
And
that's tight.
And guess what they all share in common? They've all won MVP. So
they have.
It's not impossible to, if you know how to, and the Spurs. Look at Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. I mean, with the exception, besides Tim Duncan, who was the number one pick, Tony Parker wasn't a lottery pick. He was picked like in the 20s in the draft. This man Ginobili was in the second round. Matter of fact, he might have been the last pick in the second round or close to last, like second to last. And this man is a Hall of Famer. So,
damn.
You ever figured out how the Spurs are able to acquire not stars per se, but very capable role players from Europe and whatnot later in the draft? So it's not impossible. So I think it's actually good that these teams are trying to. I'm not
trying to build players
through the draft.
So you're saying Franco Nikolic or whatever his name was working for the Knicks? Is that what you're saying?
His name. First of all, listen. That was Phil Jackson. That was Phil Jackson. That's when we had Phil Jackson. Listen,
okay.
You're breaking up ghosts. Don't do that. The whole time I was watching the draft, I said, we're getting RJ. We're getting RJ. He's coming. We didn't get Zion. We're not going to get Ja. But I'm good if we get RJ. But I'm thinking, the day of the draft, on ESPN, they were like, the Knicks did an interview with Darius Garland or whomever. They said they really like him. I said, God damn it. We're not going to get RJ. We're going to get Rui Hachimura. God damn it. But then I calmed myself down. I said, listen, Phil Jackson is not there anymore. So we're good.
Exactly.
But don't bring that nigga up. They need to stay in Montana, stay in his little cabin, and stay the fuck out of sports unless you're coaching.
For real, the Knicks shouldn't have got rid of Porzingis.
They shouldn't have.
Like they should. Him and RJ, that would have been a great. That would have been.
No, but the thing is, right?
What?
They would have had an easier time recruiting one free agent, with KP still there.
Yeah.
You cannot convince me that KP gave him no choice because he said, I'm not going to sign an extension. I'm going to sign a qualifying offer so I can be so instead of being a restricted agent, I'll be an unrestricted agent and leave easier. At least take some time. Try to sway his opinion. Tell him, KP, I understand how you feel, but that was with Phil Jackson. That's an easy thing to choose. Phil Jackson was running the team. This way we have new management. We're making smart decisions. We're in the right direction. And be like,
Phil Jackson really messed up the Knicks. That's what he did.
I would have told KP, we'll get the number 3 pick. We'll get a top pick, which would have been RJ. And that way, we can convince Kyrie to come here because Kyrie not to Boston. I mean, Kyrie looks like he wants to come back home.
Someone said Kyrie's packing his bag. They say he moved out of his house.
Yeah. So people are like, if KP was there, he would have been an asset, But they don't have that. And
exactly.
I'm saying it's not even that the Knicks are going to strike out. The Brooklyn Nets, Brooklyn is going to probably make a splash. That's what we're hearing. So they should feel sorry for themselves because Brooklyn represents Brooklyn, but the Knicks who represent New York may not be New York's team anymore. It's going to be Brooklyn.
You think it's going to be Brooklyn?
Listen,
that's very possible.
Matter of fact,
I mean, they fucked up.
I'm turning in my card right now. It's like, I'm not doing that.
I was about to say. Because I bet, isn't your family... I don't know, Brooklyn, can't you do both teams at once?
But I mean, the thing with New York... But this is funny.
Isn't that all right?
The thing with New York is... New York is like very borough-centric. Like, it's funny, because we were talking about Jay-Z when he first came out. You ever heard his first album, Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah.
So, when Jay-Z came out, you know, that was one of the time Biggie was still around, Nas was still... It was Biggie and Nas, like, going head-to-head. Like, those were the two dudes.
Yeah.
Jay's album was classic, but he just didn't have the fanfare that those two had. So if you ask people, you know, how come you relate on Jay-Z? They were like, oh, he's from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens. We rock with Nas. We rock with Nas.
What?
Or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Apparently there was a beef between Mace and Jay-Z. So people from Harlem felt like, oh, we can't support Jay-Z. We got to support Mace. So,
what the fuck?
So it's just like Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn has its Brooklyn fans. Like people from Brooklyn rock with the Nets. Matter of fact,
aren't they all like New Jersey fans basically?
Nah, people in New Jersey are still mad. That's
yeah, don't bring New Jersey.
It's kind of like how
he used to be the New Jersey Nets.
It's kind of like how the Thunder used to be in Seattle. They used to be the Seattle Supersonics. But people in Seattle hate Oklahoma City. They're like, that should have been us. So, but
damn,
I could see like there being like, because I have a friend who used to be a Knicks fan, but as soon as the Nets got broken, she was like, fuck the Nets. I mean, fuck the Knicks. I mean,
yeah.
Her thing is that the Nets are making them play out the gate, which they did early on. And the Knicks are trash, so why would I support the Knicks? So
you support the Knicks because they're your team, because you're loyal to them.
No, but they've been trash. They haven't won a championship since 1973, 1972.
Damn.
There should be no reason I'm paying all that money at Madison Square Garden to watch a trash product. Matter of fact, it's the fans. I agree with Max Kellerman. It's because the Knicks are trash, a poor run organization, because of the fact that the fans are spending their money.
What are you kidding
me?
To
watch trash.
Yeah, so you're saying that because
the fans' fault?
The fans are spending their money, the Knicks have gotten complacent.
Listen,
they can make money without the fans, without having a good team.
Let me ask you a question. Before the 76ers got, you know, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, when they were still trusting the process, you know how easy it was to get a ticket to a Philadelphia 76ers game?
Son.
Very easy.
They were giving that shit for free.
Strolling.
But what happened?
You paid enough money, you could sit courtside and coach the team.
Oh, shit. When they were trash. When it was trust the process.
Yeah, facts.
To the max. So, you know, now they have Joel Embiid, they have Ben Simmons, and they're probably going to re-sign Jimmy Butler. At least Jimmy Butler. They have a squad. So if you tell me that ticket prices are higher, I don't have a problem with that because they're winning. They have a chance at a championship, and that's all you need in sports is hope. Just sell hope.
That's all you need.
That's a business.
Sell a man hope.
So if you can sell me hope,
slide on that.
Like you can sell me hope, and I'll eat it up. But you think the Knicks can sell hope right now as they're constructed? No. So I'm not paying. You know. I'm not breaking my back to go watch them be trash. That's what I'm saying. There should be a correlation between success and the price of admission.
And but there's not that.
There's not.
Madison Square
no, hell no.
Ah, jeez. It costs the same regardless. Well, you haven't seen them be good. Maybe the tickets can still go up.
No, I've seen them when they're trash.
You haven't seen them be good though.
Right. So, but I'm saying because they're good. They're not good.
The ticket should be way lower.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. People still be going to their games?
Yeah, motherfuckers. But here's the thing: it's the Garden. So
yeah,
we got motherfuckers who don't even like basketball. Will just go in the Garden and say they've been in the Garden.
Facts.
Like I remember a friend of mine got tickets to go to the Knicks game. You know when they had Carmelo. Still, they were still trash when they had Carmelo. But
that says a lot.
But. You know, there was like a couple seats next to us that were still open. So we were like, and granted, my friend didn't have, you know, the best seats, but still they were empty for like up until halftime. So anybody that was behind us could have been like, fuck it, we'll sit there. Nobody's sitting there.
Let's
fuck
move
it.
Up, yeah.
Let's move up. Motherfuckers didn't come until the start of the fourth quarter. So, and they were clearly not sports fans. They were clearly foreigners from like Spain and some shit like that.
Well, they can still be sports fans.
They could be sports fans, but come on, you come into the fourth quarter. It's a blowout at that point anyways.
That's fair.
Yeah. So people just walk in and say they've been there. So, but I'm not me. Fuck. I wouldn't do that. So.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what was I trying to say? Tirade about the Knicks.
You hear this man, Andrew's just disrespectful. Yeah, I support your passionate opinion.
Yeah.
This man, Andrew, he like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I agree.
My moral of the story is, man, the Knicks are trash.
You gotta start treating them like they're trash so that they understand that.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be trash for probably until I'm probably gonna die without seeing them win the championship.
Damn.
So
you want them to get moved to New Jersey?
I wouldn't mind. They go to New Jersey. Well, we'll keep Brooklyn. Brooklyn seem like they know what they're doing. But shout out to Brooklyn, the best borough out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that Brooklyn is good right now. So there you have it.
Wow, there you have it. There you have it.
All right.
Take Dimitri.
The number one New York Knicks fan.
Facts.
I'm my number one.
There you go, Dimitri.
I'm my number one.
I'm my number one.
I'm my number one.
He's
fan.
first in line. You should have heard this man. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Zion Williamson. We're gonna get Kevin Durant. We're gonna get all them niggas.
But if my team, I'm not gonna support them. Like the New York Giants. Like I didn't watch football. I didn't watch football last year because the Giants were so trash. I'm not supporting that shit.
That don't mean you're not a Knicks fan.
Listen, matter of fact, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan this year that they got Odell.
All right, stop talking. Now you're talking crazy. All right, I'll let you talk about the New York Knicks, but now you're talking crazy.
I'm watching.
You think it's out? Oh, I'm a Browns fan.
I'm watching the Browns.
Get out of here.
I'm not watching the Giants this year because they're gonna be trash. Eli can't throw past 30 yards, so I'm not watching. What would I rather watch? I'd rather watch the young Browns who have Odell Beckham, Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, all this young talent, high-powered offense, than fucking Eli Manning, who can't throw the ball 20 yards.
You went from 30 to 20.
It don't even matter how good receivers are. He can't throw. He can't throw deep. That was Odell's problem. And not even just Eli, fucking Daniel Jones, who played football at Duke. Don't even get me started. Giants could have gotten Dwayne Haskins, who, mind you, Dwayne Haskins played one season. In one season, he eclipsed the total yards thrown, touchdowns that Daniel Jones thrown in 3 years.
No.
Look at the stat. Look it up.
I don't think so.
Daniel Jones
in 3 years?
Daniel Jones threw 52 touchdowns in 3 years. Guess how much touchdowns Dwayne Haskins threw in one season? 50. Okay?
Okay.
God damn.
Yards.
Bull is really trash.
Thrown to 5,000 his whole career. Guess how much Dwayne had to do in 1 year?
You coming out with the career stats now?
I'm telling you.
God damn.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Let me tell you.
You really wasn't doing shit. That happened to you.
Todd McShay, who's a draft analyst, all right, said that Daniel Jones, in whatever metric they use to assess QBs, Dwayne Haskins finished in the top 3 for all categories. Guess where Daniel Jones finished? The bottom 3. So, you know why the Giants drafted Daniel Jones?
Why?
I mean, I could say,
why is that?
I could say because it's New York. They don't want a black quarterback. That's why.
Oh my god! Oh no, that's not it.
But people say it's because they asked Eli Manning to choose his successor, which is dumb. Because if I'm a player, who am I gonna pick as my successor? The nigga that's ready to take my spot, or the nigga that's clearly not gonna be ready and never gonna be ready to take my spot?
Oh, that's true.
Damn.
So, listen, shout out, Washington Redskins. Shout out Chocolate City. Shout out Chocolate City.
Washington. No. The Redskins are in Washington, I thought.
No, they're in DC.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're in NFC East.
Ah, you're right. Man,
they're in DC.
This man went to Georgetown.
Ain't you a DC native?
I'm not a DC native. I'm just saying I don't follow football.
The Washington Wizards, which are a basketball team, are in DC.
I at least knew the Wizards were there.
That's obvious.
Right.
That's obvious, but the Redskins aren't, huh?
The Redskins are. Matter of fact, I don't even think DC owned. The only team that plays for Washington is the University of Washington.
Yeah.
Oh man. But listen, I'm done. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad what I'm seeing from the draft. You know, I don't want to hear excuses. No excuses. I'm tired of the media hating on LeBron, saying he's trying to bully people. Like, he's not. If you're a trash run organization, you're gonna be trash.
So why is he trying to recruit J.R. Smith when J.R. Smith is trash?
No. Listen, don't disrespect the king like that. That's not what he's trying to do.
J.R. Smith isn't trash?
Listen, fuck out.
J.R. Smith is not trash.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
They're trying to sign it. Listen, they have $34 million in cap space.
Okay.
They're gonna use almost all that cap space to get
to sign what?
Max free agent like Kawhi Leonard. If we can get Kawhi Leonard, I'm out for it. But Kyrie,
I heard that.
Out of here with Kyrie.
I heard they were trying to get either J.R. Smith or D'Angelo Russell. That's what I heard.
That's after we get a max free agent. If we get if the Lakers get a max free agent, they can't. They're gonna be strapped for cash. So they're gonna have to get veterans at a minimum. So J.R. Smith is one of the guys that can get at a minimum. Truth be told,
don't get him.
J.R. Smith is good at his role of
being inconsistent. That's his role.
No, he's had success playing with LeBron, being a spot up shooter. It's only when you ask him to do too much that's when you get bad.
J.R. Smith. Was he not the nigga who didn't know the score in the NBA Finals? Was he not that nigga?
Let me tell you what J.R. Smith did. Yes, J.R. Smith was the nigga that forgot the game wasn't tied. Forgot that the game was tied and tried to pull the clock out. Yes, he did. Yes, he's that nigga. But he's also that nigga where Game 7 in the 2016 Finals when Cleveland was scoreless for the first 5 minutes after halftime. When LeBron couldn't score, I seen J.R. drop 12 points and give this man LeBron a breather so that he came back and dominate. That's the same J.R. Smith. But and how come J.R. did that? Because they didn't ask him to do too much. They just asked him to be a spot-up shooter. When you get the ball, shoot. That's it.
My man is downplaying his
mediocrity. Dumbass. Hold on. Let me finish.
To know where the ball should go.
No.
I'm gonna ask you to do too much. Let me ask which basket is yours.
You're a basketball player. Is you trying not to score? No. Score, damn
it. That's because there's more pressure. Listen, I'm sorry. Damn. If it wasn't for the fact that dumbass owner in Cleveland, what's his name, Dan Gilbert, if he didn't fire the general manager when they're about to get Paul George or Jimmy Butler via trade, they probably would have to give up Kevin Love. But I give up Kevin Love for fucking Kyle. I'm trying to think, Joe Harris, because they do the same shit. They stand in the corner and shoot threes. So that's the same guy who fired his general manager, who made a bunch of moves for them to win a championship. It's the same guy who, when LeBron told him not to trade Kyrie, let me talk to him and see if I can smooth things over, who traded him for injured, not just a miniature Isaiah Thomas, injured,
he said,
injured Isaiah Thomas.
But Kyrie didn't want to play second fiddle. That's what he said.
I don't give a fuck. Kobe Bryant at one point in time requested a trade. Did they trade him? Everybody trade him? No. They said, give me a chance. Give us a chance to acquire talent. And what did they do? They traded Kwame Brown for Paul Gasol, which is the ultimate steal of all time.
that is a huge steal.
And guess what happened? They won 2 rings, and Kobe never left.
Damn.
Even when they were trash, he never wanted to leave. So, fuck all that. They could have. I think. Seeing how Kyrie went to the media and said, I understand what LeBron went through of me being an entitled player and whatnot. I think there's a good chance. I'm not saying it was 100% possible, but I'm just going to say there's a chance they could have talked things over and make one more run. And, whatever happens, happens. But
Kyrie comes to the Lakers.
At the least.
End of story.
This is the whole irony of the situation, right?
What?
Right.
You say Kyrie comes to the Lakers?
No. Listen.
That's my take.
It's ironic too, but think about it. The Celtics lied about IT being injured during the trade. So the league said, all right, this trade is null and void. You got to do this shit over again. That's how dumb the Cavaliers are run. If I'm the general manager, my thing is, you have more to lose by trying to trade IT and taking them back than I do by taking Kyrie back. Because IT's the man who played for y'all when y'all sister was hurt.
Yeah.
When his sister got murdered. So if you want this to happen, you got to give me either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Not both, but one. And I feel like Boston would have budged. But you know what they asked for? They asked for a second round pick. Okay? And
Jesus.
Guess what happened?
Guess what happened?
They got no Kyrie and they got no LeBron. What do they got? What do they got? Kevin Love?
Well, I don't think Tatum was in the league at that point, was he?
No, the trade happened after the draft. Tatum was drafted.
Okay. Yeah, but we didn't know his potential.
No, he was highly rated. I'm saying you need to have a young piece. They should have gotten Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what though, the Celtics knew he was better than Lonzo Ball. Nobody.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey man, you know what's worse though? Markelle Fultz. Where is he now? Orlando?
Yeah. The funny thing, he might not play.
Exactly, man. Bona fide scrub.
But anyway, but surprisingly, I expected the Sixers to try to make some moves, but they didn't.
They didn't. Well, I mean, they had a good team.
They do.
They do have a good team. I mean, why jeopardize that too much?
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Facts.
So,
a lot of people say that the Sixers could have beat Toronto.
I mean, they should have.
They should have, honestly. The Sixers could have won this whole year, to be honest.
I don't know if they could beat the Warriors,
and injured Warriors, hell yeah.
The way the Warriors was playing this
year. I'm telling you, I don't know, because if I'm the Warriors, all I gotta do is back off of Ben Simmons and go at everybody else and play off of Ben Simmons. I'll win. Never forget, Boston beat this team without any stars at all, without Kyrie.
Hey, that was a different Celtics team, okay?
Matter of fact, they didn't just beat the Sixers; they almost swept them. They brought up 4-1.
Okay, all right, and what? So what?
More of the story is Ben, stop fucking with the Kardashians, fuck with a jump shot. How about that?
All right.
But anyways. But we'll have more to talk about sports next week because free agency starts
exactly
July 1st. So I'm hearing a lot of stories. I've been hearing that KD got his foot out the door. He's not going with LeBron, but is he going to Brooklyn? Is he going to New York, the Knicks?
What team would tell me this, all right? As a person who's just getting into basketball, right? KD, I've heard that he's not going to play next season.
He's not.
So would he still be a free agent if he traded? And what would stop him from just trading again?
No, he's already a free agent. He already opted out. So here's the situation.
Yeah, tell me.
When you sign a contract, what happens is sometimes if you have enough leverage, you can have a player option for a specific year. Player option, so that just means that if you want to, you can be done with your current contract and be a free agent, or you can opt in for that year and stay an additional year and be a free agent when your contract really ends. So a player opt out is kind of an escape clause, meaning that if shit gets so sometimes if a situation gets that bad, you want to leave early, you can just opt out. Or what LeBron was doing and what KD did since he signed him in Golden State is people sign shorter term contracts because the cap is always changing year by year. I can make more money by being a free agent earlier rather than later. So that's what the opt out is. So the whole situation was, it's not swinging out because he already opted out. But people assume KD was going to opt out anyways because he can make more money.
Yeah.
Signing a contract this year rather than waiting next year. So.
And that's weird because people don't know how he's going to recover.
But
he'll be fine.
So why doesn't he think that he would make more money after he signed?
Smalls is right because the type of injury. If we told me it's towards ACL, I'm not going to say it's normal, but it's a common injury and technology's improved. I would say 100% certainty that he would recover and be back to his normal self because that's what happens. Normally these days in all sports, people have ACLs. They come back faster than what they used to come back, and they come back, pretty much at the same level they played with before the injury. But this is an Achilles injury.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Yeah.
An Achilles injury, there hasn't been a proven track record of success when it comes to recovery.
Oh, damn.
So it would make more sense that after he's fully recovered, he could get more money, which is why shouldn't he?
He should. But here's the thing. I mean, if he comes back, I'm not saying it's impossible for him to come back to where he was pre-injury, but it's not going to take long. It's going to be more than a year. It's going to be maybe a year and a half, 2 years. He probably has to play one full season anyways for him to get a feel. Yeah. So that's 2 years.
It's kind of like a physical therapy type thing.
Right.
We learn how to use it.
Right. So it probably would be smart for him to just opt in, take the money, come back stronger, and whatever. But the reports is that he's tight with Golden State. Wouldn't handle the injury, and it's one of those things where
well, that makes sense because I mean, I said that whole first quarter, I was like, man, are they just gonna straight up play him the whole game? Because that's ridiculous.
Right.
They should have just, like you said, use him, every once in a while to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, like when Curry comes off,
use him light. I mean, they were literally going to play him the whole game.
Yeah. So
as a starter, that's ridiculous.
Apparently, like I said, we don't play for the Warriors. We're not in the front office, or we're not on the medical staff. So unless he makes it known what was told to him, he speaks, we're not going to know if they told them they lied to him about the injury. But the reports is, that he wasn't made aware, he was lied to. So he feels that, because the whole narrative was that KD was leaving because of the fact that he wasn't being credited with Golden State's success, because of the fact that they were a great team. They were a great team before he came, and they'll probably be a great team afterward. At the time of these, before the finals, before he got injured. So they felt like Golden State was trying to milk whatever they could,
right,
and then let him go,
which is bullshit.
But
they weren't trying to let him go.
They were but they wanted to milk him. Well,
they wanted to win that goddamn championship.
They wanted a championship. They wanted to win it so badly that
they fucked him up.
They fucked him over.
That's what happened.
Kevin's probably like, if that's true, Kevin's probably like, fuck y'all. Yeah. Not only did y'all lose without me, not only were y'all struggling there, y'all lost without me. So I don't need to prove anything.
So anymore. maybe I shouldn't be here at all.
I shouldn't be here at all.
Because if I'm the one that has to take us over the top, then maybe I should go somewhere where I have to do less work and somewhere that they're going to treat me better.
Right.
So, you know what I got to say about KD?
What?
That man needs to brush his hair. That's what that man needs to do. He needs to get a brush.
I think he's going bald, son.
Let me see what his hair looks like.
Look.
Ball players and their hairstyles.
Now specifically KD, man. He looked like he got little peas in his head. He need to take that brush and brush his hair.
He got a bald spot, son. He got. Why you usually go see LeBron's man? You gotta see LeBron's doctor.
Son, why am I looking at a picture that says who wore it better? It's Katie's head, and then it's a snow cone, a chocolate snow cone with brown sprinkles. Damn.
Exactly, man. I don't know. I just feel like
what even for a ball player, haircuts are hard to come by. Okay.
I'm just saying a haircut is important. That's all I'm saying.
Can I talk about haircuts real quick?
Okay, what you gotta say?
Please do.
Just to close this off. So,
hey, yo, Smalls, when this broadcast over, can you give me a fade, son?
Alright. So, here's the story, Andrew. So, I'll lead up to the big revelation. Because if you can see me now, you'd be upset.
Okay, what happened?
We'd be upset. We'd be laughing our ass off.
You'd be upset. So, whatchamacallit? And my sister was laughing her ass off, too. So, off the advice of one of my friends, he's a smart guy. I surround myself with smart people. He said, I've been cutting my own hair for a long time, and it's really freed up a lot of my money, a lot of my time.
Okay,
I'm honestly getting better at it. I'm actually gaining a skill that maybe I could use one day. If I ever needed money, I could just start cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually getting better and better at it every time I do it. I thought about that and I said, wow, that makes a lot of sense because guess what? Haircuts are going up and up in price. And as a young black man, I don't feel like paying that every week or every other week.
That's true.
So what do? I start cutting my own hair, and I have been cutting my own hair for the entirety of the summer. So that's been about a month, 2 months. I'd say since I left school. So, all right. So what happens? Yesterday, Meech invites me out. He says, "Oh, you want to go to this open mic night or whatever up in the city?" So I said, "Oh, bet, let's get it." So what do? I walk into the bathroom. I said, "Well, I probably could use a shape up, a little touch up." Okay. After, you know what I'm saying, I fade myself well. I'm chilling. I said, well, all I need now is a shape up. So I pull up my shape up clippers, the lineup joints. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, bet. Let me push this back. Let me do this. Whoops. Slid a little bit too far on the right. Well, maybe even it out. Whoops. Slid a little bit too far on the left. So a little bit too far on the right. So a little too far on the left. Then I say, well, maybe if I give myself a part on the left, it'll start to look all right. Didn't go well. Needless to say, I am right now bald. I am right now, Andrew, fully clean shaven. I look like what you would call it.
You're like Uncle Phil.
I look like Shaq. I look like Uncle Phil. Luckily, I have enough beard to pull it off. Oh, yeah. But I'm telling you right now, it's not good.
No,
it's not good. Not only that, but my sister's like, oh. Your cousins want to go on a beach trip this weekend. Some of these guys I haven't seen for more than 5 years. They go, you got a hat? And be like, look at you. You bald. You're out of shape. What you been up to? Like, damn. This is the problem. I wouldn't have been pushed. to this extreme if it weren't for the ridiculous nature of hairstyles. It's worse than the hospital. Okay, you don't know. Okay, so all right, so most other services have simple guidelines, right? You go online, you see, you see the price, you see what you want, you can pick what you want easily. Now, there's a whole culture to getting a haircut that makes it difficult to switch hair guys. Now, I had a great barber when I was in DC, and there were great barbers, abound, but I'm not in DC anymore. I'm outside of the city, and so I can't find barbers as easily anymore. So what do? Okay, I go to the local barber or whatever. I see what they're working with, and you can't go to the local barber just off nothing. You gotta walk in. You gotta see whose chair is empty. All right, whatever barber sitting in their own chair, don't go to them. They trash.
That's a fact.
You sit in your
That's
chair.
A fact.
All right, continue to sit down, okay? You'll walk in and he'll be like this. Oh, you need a cut? Nah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody else. Then, well, especially, if you walk into a barbershop that you haven't been to in a while, or you don't got people's numbers or stuff like that, you really have to have a local connection to these people.
Nowadays, I don't know, my barber, you can't just... If you're trying to walk in, you're going to wait a long ass time to find a barber.
A long ass time.
Right.
But the first time you come to a barbershop, how can you not walk in? Because I'm looking for people's numbers. I'm looking for connections and stuff. Yeah. And I can't find it. So now I got to walk in and start meeting people and start sussing niggas out. And we know what that sometimes results in? A bad haircut. So one time, some dude was like, he had somebody in his chair. He said, oh, I can take you next. I said, well, that looks fine. The guy got up. And he looked fine, so I said, "Oh, let me sit down." But then Bull started talking to me while I'm in the chair. He said, "Yeah, this is my first week." What? No. And now I'm in your chair. Now, a disagreeable person would be like, "Get me the fuck out your chair." But I'm an agreeable person, so I stayed in the chair and I got a decent cut. Andrew. I got a decent cut, Meech. But what do I have to pay for a decent cut?
For how much?
$25 for a decent cut?
No.
For a decent cut?
$25.
I can only pay $25 for a pro cut, a professional cut.
Exactly.
Let me not. I would say any cut that I take a decent cut over whatever the fuck you trying to do to your head, son. I don't know what you was trying to do, son.
All right, let me you disqualified.
I don't know.
Listen,
but I do agree. It's definitely. First of all, I feel like if you live in a real suburban area,
you might have to travel to get your hair cut.
Hey man, I might cut my own hair too, cause I forget that story. My barber raised the price. The prices of fades at wherever he works at. It was $20 at one point. It went to 25. That shit is at 30.
It's 30 now.
It's at 30.
It's 30 in cities in Philly and DC, things like that. In New York, for sure,
It's like 15.
No. It's 30. It's
No,
30.
son.
Nah.
I got,
Nah, bro.
Last time I got a cut in New York, I paid $17.
Where'd you go?
Where the hell?
Hell no. Get the fuck out of here. Don't disrespect me with that shit.
Where the fuck did you go to get $17 cut?
I was in Long Island. I was in Freeport. I was in Freeport. I was in Hempstead.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I paid 17.
My man's living in Hempstead.
No, New York. Are y'all sure? Philly too?
Philly. Last time I got a haircut in Philly, I paid 20.
What part of Philly was you in?
You paid 20?
I was in West Philly.
So what's wrong with these people?
Oh, I'm talking about I don't advise you to go to the north side, but I'm talking about areas where there's a lot of barbershops. It was still
so what it is supply and demand.
Yeah,
they've got to compete in a competitive market.
Yeah,
so they try to keep the price as low as possible.
Right,
especially because they know that they can get a lot of overturn. They can get a lot of people in regardless. Right. So if they make enough, if they cut enough heads, they'll be fine.
Oh, the barbershop is the easiest illustration of supply and demand.
Absolutely, but when you're in the suburbs, there is no. You have to.
So why has the price climbed up to $30 for no reason?
It's a monopoly. It's a monopoly in the suburbs. You don't have to you don't have to compete with the nearest barbershops. There's only one or two options. Yeah, you can make the price whatever you want, people will come. Yeah. And that's why I started coming out here. And sometimes that doesn't lead to good. Sometimes you got to go bald for that shit, bro. Son, I had a great haircut.
Just do even all the way around, son. Don't try to do a fade. I am
even all the way around, even low.
Don't try to do a fade.
Nah.
You not even bald.
You just gotta wear a hat now.
I just gotta wear a hat. That's it.
I'm like, just get a Caesar or some shit like that. Don't fade yourself, bro.
It is
because fade is a lot of work.
With a fade, I look best with a fade. At this point in my life, I know what haircut suits me best, and it's a fade.
Right. But you can't do a fade. If you can fade, even the best barbers can't fade themselves, bro.
My friend would say that this is just a price you have to pay for learning how to cut your own hair, and you got to move on. You got to, 2 weeks from now, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but I'm saying now that you've learned and you've moved on, don't do the same shit again.
Of course, I can't. Of course, I'm not gonna do the same shit again, but. I'm gonna try to take it in stride. It is rough. I mean, I'm definitely bald right now, and that's sick. And I blame barbershops.
At least it's not wintertime.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Caesar.
Yeah, it'd be dumb cold if it was wintertime.
It's either you get a Caesar or you get a whole bunch of mirrors for a whole different age.
I need about 6 mirrors.
Yeah, but that shit is hard.
As soon as I decided, I gotta basically go bald now. That shit was easy to cut. Yeah, because you don't accidentally make yourself bald. You make a mistake and then you have to keep going.
Truth be told, you can pull off the bald look. I mean, niggas gonna laugh at you for the first time because you never. This is the first time they seen you bald.
Yeah. But my head is suited for bald. I can
pull it off.
I can do it if I have to, but I don't want to.
Right.
If only I had a bigger beard. God.
Yeah, you need a big beard to pull out the bald look.
I need the DJ Khaled.
I know. Yeah. What a Rick Ross John.
You're not bald. DJ Khaled not bald. Oh, in terms of beard.
With the beard, yeah. I need the Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? The Rick Ross beard is legit.
Right.
I need the Sunni beard. My brother got that shit. I said, yo.
I'm surprised you ain't try to go a beard, Drew. I know every nigga in Philly got that Rick Ross.
What's up?
Look, I'm surprised you ain't try to go a beard.
I can't, bro. Genetics, I can't.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Our time will come. A beard really
my shit comes out. I prefer to have the goatee because I find it cleaner.
So you telling me that you can grow a full beard? Yeah, better than mine.
Yeah.
Damn.
God, I wish, bro. I wish I could.
A beard honestly lifts you, at least 3 points on the totem pole.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta. I want my beard to take care.
Yeah, you gotta take care of it.
You gotta take care of it. Like, the thing of my shit is I let it grow out, but after a certain point, it's like, you gotta clean it up. And it's harder for me to clean it, like, when I have it fully grown, than me rather just, cut all the shit on the side, but keep the chin hair.
Yeah. The goatee look. The goatee look is, it is cool.
Goatee look works.
Right.
Not the Kanye West goatee.
Not the Kanye West goatee.
Not the around your mouth goatee.
You mean the Ice Cube one?
Yeah, not the Ice Cube. Not the Ice Cube. That's a little too much. I wouldn't want that for nothing. But the mustache, chin hair, John, it'll give you a few stats. I mean, I guess we're lucky that we can grow any at all because there's some people who can't.
But at the same time, y'all shouldn't close the book on y'all ever getting a beard to how you want it, because some of this shit just takes time.
That's a fact.
Like, cause my dad wasn't able. That nigga got a full beard, gray and everything. I call him Silverback. But he probably didn't start growing hair until he was like in his late 20s, early 30s.
Late 20s?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Like, to that extent. Yeah, late 20s.
That's what I like to hear.
So it's just one of those things you probably just gotta shave. You know what I'm saying? Just keep shaving.
That shaving game is a myth.
Or you just, I think it's a myth too. But just let your shit grow out. That's what I just let it grow out.
Don't give me advice for shit that you didn't accomplish yourself. This man, listen to me. I just let it grow out. Dickhead, that's what you have to do to get a beard. Let it grow. I hate it. But
oh man,
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna give up on barbers or go back to cutting my own hair.
Nah, you just gotta go to a new barber that just don't charge $30.
Well, the best thing you can do is
the chances of finding a barber right now is slim.
The best thing you can do is get somewhere and stay there and get the same barber. But the thing is, being an ex-college student, as a college student, you're moving around a lot. You're going to internships,
right.
You're going home, you're going to school. You're never in the same place for 6 months at a time,
right?
And so your barber status, you have to have at least 3 barbers in those places or whatever.
Yeah,
so
you do.
Your barber status is always real wavy. Now, once I move out and get my own spot, you know what I'm saying, I could probably find a barber where I'm at that I'm satisfied with. But right now in the transition periods, it's really difficult to stay on top of that.
You damn sure ain't gonna find a good, more options, in this area we live.
That's a fact.
You have to drop 30 minutes to go to the.
That's a fact.
And you already spending so much money on gas. It's better you pay the 30 anyways.
That's a fact. You see, that's the thing. And then don't get me started on tipping. Oh Jesus!
I used to tip. I used to
when the price went over $15.
Yeah. I was like, if I'm paying for a $25 haircut, I'm not tipping you, bro.
Yeah. They did that to themselves. The whole tipping business is. I think has gone to
If you try me 15, I don't mind giving you extra 5, and I'm spending 20 altogether. But I'm not spending 30.
Exactly.
Nigga, you robbing me already.
Facts.
Exactly. It's like you've been giving me the same haircut my whole life, but that was more.
Facts.
No.
Crazy to the fact that barbers have to take credit card. Because I don't be walking around with $30 cash.
Yeah.
I'm like Venmo, like come on.
Take something, but stop taking my money. Stop taking my time. Stop taking my it's just not acceptable to walk out of a barbershop with a mediocre haircut. The euphoria, the high that you get from walking out of the barbershop with a great haircut is what keeps people coming back. But if you're gonna fuck people up, or if you're gonna charge them, you're gonna kill your own business.
Exactly.
I don't think it's necessarily difficult to find a good barber with a good price, but I do know the price is gonna keep going up, and by the time that you guys are paying $50, my personal haircuts or whatever are gonna be good. They're gonna be good to go.
Nah, I'm actually on the real. I don't get my haircuts regularly. As I used to do before. Like I can go an extra week or two without getting a haircut, but that's because with the type of haircut that I want. I'm not paying. I can't do this shit every 2 weeks. It's hard.
Now for a while, what I used to do was I would get one nice haircut, get you a temp fade with the fro, but then have that nice baseline, and then go to my local man's on campus and have him just do the fade.
That's how you gotta do it.
Right.
That's how you gotta do it, because a temp fade that's easy to do.
Well,
like you
that ain't that easy. I just
no. It's easy. It's easy to do, but because the guideline is there already. That's why it's easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. It's always hard to give yourself a fade.
All you gotta do is tell your barber to follow the line.
This is the thing that always happens. Yeah, that's the thing that always happens to me. I'll get a nice haircut, and then I'll start after that one starts to fade away, I'll start cutting my own hair using that guideline. As soon as I start to get away from that guideline, I start to kind of fuck up.
Right. But it's also hard to cut your fade, give yourself a fade, because like you can't. it's hard to make sure that both sides of the hair is aligned and shit
Absolutely.
like that.
You really got to. Well, first of all, you got to
have a bunch of mirrors.
You got to invest in mirrors. You got to invest in the little what are they called? Like razors that you can use to help you align.
Yeah.
You got to invest in good clippers, oils.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
So let me give you an example. My dad cuts his own hair, and he's pretty nice. Like, I could get fades from my dad, but the thing is, I think he can't give me the same fade every single time.
That's a fact. It's not consistent.
He doesn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
But at least you're not. I mean, that's the thing. Well, there are some barbers that are really consistently good. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mans. I had a great barber in DC, and he had to go. He left me to go to architecture school. That's how good he was. He was like an architect, okay? When he was doing my hair, it was fantastic. Yeah. But then he had to leave to pursue his dream. Yeah. And I was left with nothing.
Yeah. Shit, Tom haircut should be his dream.
I tried to whisper that in his ear. He was too smart. He said, "Yeah, this shit trash." Plus, he can cut hair anywhere. So I'm sure that wherever he's going to school, he's probably cutting hair on the side.
Yeah.
That's the thing about cutting hair. If you can learn to develop that skill, it's a skill that you can use for life. Anytime you need money, if you ever want to make money on the side.
That's right.
We should be teaching people more skills.
Yeah, definitely.
They should teach that in vocational school.
Sure, it is a vocation. You can go to school to
really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know that there's a barber school, but like you know how they have like these high schools that are like
the trade? Okay. Have like that be a program?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like how to cut hair.
Yeah, just like mechanics.
How to cut hair? How to cut what kind of hair? What kind of hair we talking about?
All types of hair.
All types of hair.
I mean, most barbers can cut all types of hair.
No, I disagree.
That's not true. That's not true.
I've seen white people sit in the chair and get good haircut, but
did you go to Supercuts? That's what the white people do.
If you do the white people that want the black haircuts and the barbers can deliver.
No.
All I'm saying is, as an African American man, I want someone.
I never got my haircut by a white person. I'll be honest.
I just want to say,
I'm saying that
you gotta have my hair texture or look like me to cut my hair. That's all I'm saying.
It seems like black people can cut white people's hair.
No, the texture. We're not.
I agree.
Because off the rip, because difference in skin colors. The hair, it's a fact. Like Drew, like you mentioned, Drew. The texture is different when it comes to
exactly.
But the barbers go to school for that. Now listen. I don't even think it's the texture that's different because the texture is different.
Is straight.
Yeah, that's fair. But what's it called? I think that when it comes to white people giving black people haircuts, the problem isn't the texture because I think anybody can work around that. I think the problem is the expectation.
Let me give
white
you
people don't
okay.
expect to have.
Let me give you.
White people don't expect. Hold on. White people don't expect to have a sharp lineup. White people don't expect to have a serious, well done fade. White people don't.
That's true.
That. You can't even really see their lineups, but black people do expect that.
Right. So exactly. I think black people do have high expectations for haircut. That's true.
It's mad expectations to it, and black people know other black people's expectations.
Yeah, but we have these expectations because we know what's better for us aesthetically than they
exactly.
Might.
But if white people were aware of that, I'm sure they could do it.
I mean, yeah. But what?
But most just aren't. Most just aren't, or just don't really. They just don't get it.
They're just like, all right, it's kind of even in the front, even in the side, and then they take out the scissors.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you how funny story. I go back to my uncle again.
Oh gosh.
He's a force in a
we had a family event, and he came. He was like Kylen when he came in my car. He had a hat on, trying to hide his haircut or whatever. So I said, "Yo, what happened to you, son? Just take it off. We family."
Yeah.
If I can't laugh at you, that's a problem.
That's a setup.
His haircut. Oh my God, I was laughing at yours, but your haircut and his haircut is no comparison. That nigga should have went bald. You know what they did? You know what they did? He went to yes,
they gave him the LeBron.
Oh my God, his hairline went from like right here where mine is at. That shit was like, oh my God.
Oh no! Don't push my hairline back.
In the cul-de-sac.
Oh son.
Oh no!
It was worse than the cul-de-sac.
They get in the protractor.
Yes. I said at that point, I'm not paying for this shit. If I was
No. Yeah, well, have you ever gotten to the point where you didn't pay for a haircut?
Not me.
Damn, have I gotten to that point? I remember one time I told somebody to give me a fade, and they gave me the whole side fade, the all around fade when I just wanted the temple fade.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't pay for that, but he said he was confused and he didn't know what I was asking for. So I said, let me just be more explicit and not to.
You gotta explain. You gotta show somebody who don't know what they're talking about. You gotta show them a picture.
You gotta show them a picture. Someone who does, you don't know. I mean, what you call it? If you have to show your barber a picture, you shouldn't be sitting in a chair.
I disagree.
You should not be sitting in a chair.
No, it's not wrong if you have to show them the haircut. Because everybody has. Listen, you think all these people with these swagged out haircuts, they have like deep communication with their barber. They don't just walk in and say
absolutely.
They don't just walk in and say, "Give me a
That's
fade."
important. But the picture is not deep communication. One time I showed a picture to a barber. I'm gonna be honest. One time I showed a picture to a barber and he said, "Just tell me what you want." And that turned me off to showing pictures to barbers, honestly. So maybe well,
if you don't know, it depends on the barber's inexperience. And you don't know how to describe it, then you should probably show a picture.
Right. But, I mean, sometimes actually raises a good point, because sometimes you may not know what you want. You just ask for a fade, and you might be like, damn, I really like the way you did that fade. Like, that's where the connection with the barber comes in handy. So every barber has their own twist and flavor.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
One time I was talking to a barber, trying to figure out what I wanted done, and he was like, we were like going over like different types of fades and stuff like that, and I was like, whatever you can, we were getting close to something, and then I was like, whatever you can do best, do that, and it turned out really well.
Yeah. And if you like it so much, you be like, oh, do it again.
You be like, hey, yo, what's the name of that cut?
Yeah.
For next time reference. That's what you gotta do.
And you'll be like, you take appointments?
Well, at this point, you have to ask, what's the name of that cut? What's your name? What's your phone number? So that I can text you 2 days in advance, so that I can go to the barbershop. Yeah. That's a lot of work, son.
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work,
especially when you live in the suburbs.
Why are we trying to maintain the barber, shop atmosphere?
But
when it doesn't need to be there.
But
it needs to be a straight up business. I don't need to talk shop. But you can't. I don't need to talk women. I don't need to talk music. No. I will, but only if I have a connection with you. Don't expect me to talk.
Okay.
Oh, I mean that just goes with black culture. I mean.
Yeah, that's just a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing. There's always a sense of.
But that cultural thing comes from me waiting in the barbershop. If you're gonna make me text you,
come on, son.
If you're gonna make me text you 2 days in advance and have me show up for my appointment and leave after my appointment, then there's no reason for me to sit down and talk shop on the side. There's not usually a lot of people sitting down and talking shop. On the side.
I disagree. I disagree. It depends on where you go.
And some people you can't talk to during the haircut because them niggas get distracted.
Nah.
It depends on you. I mean, it's on where you grew up. I'm just saying, historically and culturally speaking, black people are more. There's a bigger sense of camaraderie. When it comes to spiritually, and culturally than white people. I think, in my opinion, because for example, when you walk somewhere and like there's not a lot of black people, but you see a black person. Right. What might you do? You don't know this person. You might give him a nod.
I think that's going away too. The whole nod thing.
The nod.
Because guess what? Not only is that going away, but the black handshake is going away because white people.
You got to make the black handshake.
White people have taken over the black handshake officially.
Yeah, but the black handshake hasn't disappeared amongst black people.
Taking it over,
black people, but it means less.
Less between black and black?
Yeah, it means less.
No, I disagree.
It's no longer a secret handshake. It's no longer an inside thing.
It's not a secret, but we'll still do it. Now
you'll do it with anybody.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying, Smalls. I see what you're saying.
What I do with a white person is when they initiate. Like I kid you that. When I was in school, when I was in college, the only time I would give a white person that type of handshake is when I tried to shake their hand. I feel their fingers kind of doing it.
Nah, I feel like it's more it's getting more universal now. I agree with Smalls. It's very much universal.
Exactly. It's getting a little too universal for me, and
I don't think it's a problem though.
But the nod is fading away. But
I don't think the nod is fading away.
You'll be like, "What's up, brother?"
Andrew, I think you can tell us more about the kind of workplace environment, right? Because in like schools. And on the street, especially, nah. So I'm not.
I mean, the nod will be prevalent when you're in an environment that's
black people.
Exactly. Then a nod will be prevalent.
But the nod is only prevalent when you know everybody that you work with. I mean, you know all the black people you work with. And that's when nod becomes a fact.
No, we're not talking about
that
situation. We're talking about...
What situation would you nod and you don't know the person?
Like you said, that's happened to me before. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it's happened to me before. I've been in an environment that's been a period... What do you mean it's going away?
It's going away. People are not nodding at random black people. That whole Blackish episode where they said, "Oh, you got to do the nod." I don't think that would. You know.
I think it happens.
That joke.
I think it's still there.
It's still there. It happens more often than you think.
It's not like I got to teach my kids the nod. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't got to teach them the nod, but I'm just saying sometimes. But I mean, sometimes you don't have to teach. Yeah, you don't even have to teach your kids. They just happen to do it. It just happens.
Yeah.
So. Or you might call somebody, you know, you may do something and be like, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Like, yeah, that's a fact. I'm telling you, it's going away. It's going away. Because when somebody does that to you, that's once in a blue moon that somebody does that. And it's usually an older guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Now,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Two young guys aren't going to do that. You know, you walk past another, 20-something-year-old, you're not going to be like, "What's up, brother?"
It's either the old dudes or the young niggas.
I don't know. I don't know. You got to experience it. I don't. I've had it happen to me relatively recently, so I don't know. I've experienced like that nod, or when you're in an environment with there's very few black people. I'm like,
yeah. Well, I mean, in that environment, you got to get to know everybody you can.
What's wrong? It seems like Smalls don't really like when the barber tries to talk shop with him.
I'm not saying
I don't like.
Talk less. Don't listen. I've developed relationships with barbershops where we can and we can talk and we can have a good conversation. But don't just try to. I mean, it's like small talk, you know. At first, and it always is going to be like small talk at first. But sometimes I don't want to talk small talk. You know,
it depends on the barbershop.
In some relationships, like with my barbers, like it won't have to be small talk because we've gotten to that point. But every time you have a new barber, you have to do the small talk thing, and I hate small talk.
You're right. But I mean, sometimes like the whole shop is involved in the conversation. I remember one time I was in a Philly barbershop, and we was just like the whole shop, because it's like 8 or 9 chairs. Everybody was just going off of like Samsung versus Apple, like the whole shop.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you have those.
Yeah, that's a good conversation.
Those group communications where everybody's pulling out their phones like, "Yo, what you got? What you got? And the whole shop just going at it. So I mean, it really depends.
It depends. I like those conversations too. The whole conversation. We was having a similar conversation about Jay-Z and Beyonce, in one barbershop I was in, and it was like the whole shop. Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are good moments.
Those are good moments. Damn, son, but we coming up on 3 hours here.
Yeah. I got things to do today. God, I got things to do.
Now y'all got shit to do. I said that earlier. Y'all was coming at me.
Yo, what's your call?
It ain't fun when it's happening to you, right?
Shit, I don't have nothing to do, but I still don't want to wait for 3 hours.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to wrap this shit up and chop it up. Chop this shit,
man. That was a good ending to the.
Dimitri, take us out. All
right. So we talked about gaming. Talked about movies.
That's right.
Politics. Talked about sports. We talked about life. When it came to haircuts. I mean, there were a few rants here and there. You know, we had to call Kylen out on his misogynism.
Just take us
out. No, I got this. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, okay, I got this. Hold on. All right. Before we end.
No, fuck that. I got it. I'm on tax down. This has been episode 10 of No Moose Podcast.
It's a ninth episode.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Get out.
You know what? All right, Smalls, can I have your closing statements for the podcast? Can I have your closing statements?
Fuck out of here. I'm doing it.
You're out. Get him out. What's your closing statements, please?
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Kai. You know where to find me. Actually, you don't, but fuck it.
And keep it that way.
We in the building anyway. I'll see you guys next week for the same No Moose Podcast.
Peace.
All right. Okay, we up, we out, and I don't like dogs. Let's go. All right, peace.